I went with CPO, right?
Yeah. Y'all going to Hollywood?
Nah, he went to CPO.
Why?
The office knew that.
We got a purple screen.
It's like a little delay from what you said.
Okay.
If y'all can hear us, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
We got a purple screen. Share the live.
Share the live. We're going to get it cracking in like 60 seconds.
Share the live. Share the live. We appreciate everybody that tune in with us every Tuesday for this good football talk.
Yes, sir.
We got a real special guest.
Yeah, put it on the RBA goat right quick. Man.
Real special guest in the building, man.
Put it on the RBA goat, man.
Mr. Jerry Seymour himself.
Yes,
Jerry
sir.
Seymour. Finally made it.
Yes,
Hey, hi, Mom.
I made it, Mom. I'm on TV.
Mr. Jerry Seymour himself, man.
Yes, sir. Go.
Hey, for those of y'all that don't know, man, Jerry Seymour, man, been around. True pioneer, you know what I'm saying? One of the original running backs in South Florida that you could say was a human joystick.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Strong. I go to change.
Yes, yeah.
Human joystick.
Yes, sir.
I remember I'm let's see. I'm probably like on 95 pounds. PPO got him a stick. Jerry over there.
Yeah.
Manhandling people, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, bro. They were like, this like 97, 96.
Wait, you remember seeing him play?
Dog, cheat code, bro.
Yeah. And I was at PPO and we were green and orange.
Yeah, they were green. Looking like the Hurricanes, bro.
Hey, he only sent me his videos. I saw the videos.
Boy, listen.
I saw the videos.
Boy, punishing people, bro. And you know, back then, South Florida Youth Football League ran everything. So you know they had a crossover game in the Orange Bowl. That's when the Orange Bowl used to go down.
You already know.
That boy,
Dog pound.
man, that man. Who you murdered? You murdered with the Bush Park and Conferential?
It was a Conferential.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And they were loaded too.
Boy, listen, cheat code, bro. Barry Sanders, dog, all over again, bro. Yeah, dog.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate that.
Hey, I saw the film, so
Yes, sir.
Well,
I came out for that.
I came out of 03. That's when Dade County, like, we really had like some soldiers coming out. You know, that was the year. You know, I came out. That's the Clint Sessions.
Clint came out that year. Tyrone came out that.
HB Blaze
The HB came out that year.
You had
John Beeson came out that year.
John Beeson. You had Dwayne Bowe.
Yeah, Dwayne Bowe came out that year. Pee Wee Carter came out the road.
Courtney Denson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when Central had Brian Patterson.
Yeah.
And, you know, God rest his soul, but you know, they had that whole squad at Central.
You remember?
To this day, I can't believe Central beat Plantation.
You mean Plantation beat Central?
Yeah, Plantation.
Remember that shit?
That was your year. That was you, bro.
No, that wasn't my.
That was sophomore year.
That was their year.
Yeah. Nah. 03. That was
03, that was what
Tyrone,
Tyrone,
No,
right?
because I know
lost them, yeah.
I know Schneider was already gone.
Yeah.
Schneider was gone. Kevin Beard was already gone.
It was already
They left what 99 2000.
That was Georgia them year.
Okay.
It was Georgia,
Richard
Rick,
Washington.
yeah. K Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that receiver that year?
Sid.
He played.
Damn, who was that receiver that year, dog?
And who? Plant?
That Plant, yeah. I know they ran that wing T to the fucking T.
That's
Y'all,
what
It was
listen,
the
bro.
running backs, man. It was
Yeah.
running backs.
Shit, that year they had 4 backs over 700 yards, some shit like that. But they broke the record. They broke the rushing record in the block.
Come on, man. 4 backs went over 7.
T Best went like 700 and change.
Shut it off. Shut it off.
Yeah,
Dennis went like 600 and change.
he was a young back.
Shane went 1,000. Georgia went 1,000. And one more went like 900.
This is what, 03?
Ruben went like 900. 03. Man, them niggas. Boy, listen. They had a stick, boy.
What that Plant?
Yeah. They had a stick.
St. Thomas won.
Hey, shouts out to Naughty, man. Naughty, what's good, man?
D-Mo played on that team.
Oh man.
They had a stick, boy.
Oh, man, the best 6U in the nation. Hey, let's go over these high school scores,
Hey, Nada, you
man.
gotta see King to
it was,
coach Jerry, man.
It was some great football played this past weekend. Before we get it in with the RBA GOAT himself, man. Let's go over these scores for a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna go over a few scores. We're gonna start with an interesting score. I want to get y'all thoughts on this because I see there's a lot of discussion about the Western and Terravella game. 91-0.
Man,
91 points.
I mean, in my opinion, man, that I spoke with coaches from the Western side, and they say, the score doesn't reflect how the game was really played.
Coach, 91 points, coach.
No, listen to me.
Hey,
Like,
I don't know what that man talking about, man.
Listen to me. When you hit 91, you're thinking the offense is just going dumb.
No, you think the NBA jams.
We thinking
No,
91
listen,
points.
no,
We
listen.
don't care
When I
how
say-
it was made.
Yeah, one at a time. Listen, when I'm saying 91 points, I'm thinking they get the ball, 80-yard ball. That's not what was happening. From what I was told was Terravella head coach was kind of cocky, arrogant,
Okay.
and it was like 7 pick sixes.
But Colin, let's not take away that Colin went like
He
He threw 5 passes, 6 passes.
He threw for 6
6
touchdowns.
passes.
He
6
threw for
touchdowns is a
6
lot, bro.
touchdowns
In the first half.
In the first half.
In the first half, my boy.
Like he said, that's the story I got too. On Terravella kept throwing passes.
What are you
and they
supposed to
kept-
do?
Lay down.
Come on, man.
Ooh.
This
Cock up.
not a sport where you tell your kids.
Listen.
So then why be mad?
I don't think Terravella was mad. I
It can't be.
think there's the people were looking for sympathy in the community.
Facts.
But
Facts.
but this is a sport. I don't understand.
No, correct. I don't
Nobody was mad.
I don't think nobody was mad. I think they just felt like
It was uncalled for.
so
I think people didn't know.
people were looking for sportsmanship.
Yeah, like how you just said. Oh, you thought
I'm
they-
gonna tell you this. If St. Thomas could have put 90 on Gibbons, they would have.
Yeah.
That was personal.
That was that game.
That game was personal.
See, my son played.
Harry
Right?
had a vendetta against that. But Harry wanted to snap it out.
My son played for Gibbons, so I seen the
What's up, Mark Fletcher?
exchanges between the two teams.
Yeah.
And if y'all look, Zion, the starting quarterback for St. Thomas, he was like,
On his
"This
Twitter.
is
He's
personal.
like, it's not business, it's personal.
This is personal because that's the game they lost last year.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
So they was out there.
So Jen, how you feel about that?
Let me say this, but how do you score 91 points with a running clock? Like, you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
didn't start. Nah, they didn't start the running clock until the second half.
because don't ain't it
No,
supposed to start at
man. They
32?
started.
32.
No, they started at
32.
32.
32 is supposed to
They
start.
didn't start the running clock until the second half.
What was the score in the first half?
63 zip.
Wait,
No, that don't make sense.
That's
This
what I'm
not
saying.
That don't make sense. They
It's
have
not Lily. The running clock starts the second half.
So despite
Oh,
the
You have to
score,
start at the
so the coaches would have to come together and say, hey, this
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah. Okay,
I know
that's
a
what I
team-
wanted to know.
I know a
That's
team
my
that did
personal
that to my
opinion.
dog them this year. man.
But at the end of the day, I think I mean, if you run it up, you run it up.
So
Absolutely.
So let me ask y'all this question, right? Because
Shouts out to Chuck Bot.
you know, like I've been saying from
Nick Butler, what up?
from day one, that public schools outside of Dillard's and the Westerns and Broward and Deerfield, Miramar, you know what I'm saying? Those are schools that you're not gonna just push them over like that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the public schools in Broward is pretty bad. So how do you fix this?
You can't. You can't fix this.
You can't.
Is it a cultural problem or is it a talent problem?
First of all, something like this would never transpire again, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
It'll ever happen
No.
again.
What's
Yeah.
happening is teams are loading up. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at Central. You
Okay.
know what I mean, no hate against them, but if you look at them, they have 3 running backs that can go anywhere and play.
Yeah.
Hard.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you
Correct.
look at St. Thomas backfield, I'm just speaking from a running back standpoint. I mean, look, they loaded that. They
definitely loaded,
that
boy.
running back. You know what I'm saying? And then if you look at their sideline when they play against Plantation or somebody like that, they sideline got first, second, third, and fourth stringers.
Yeah,
While
they're 100
Plantation
deep.
is probably struggling, and I'm just using Plantation. You know what I'm saying? While they struggling to even put 22 out on the field.
Facts.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
I think the only way to fix it is to let kids. You gotta disperse the challenge. I mean the talent.
The talent.
You know
So
what
it's a
I'm
talent.
saying?
It's really a talent problem.
That's
It's
it.
a talent
It
problem.
goes back to saying it's watered down.
High school football watered down.
Watered down.
Mhm. Well, I wouldn't say it's a talent issue. It's just coaches are hoarding all the talent.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a son, he was obviously when I do have a son, and he goes to a team and it has 3 to 4 running backs, we're not going there.
Yeah,
Correct.
makes no
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? 'Cause you need your carries. You know what I mean? Like I just wouldn't do that personally.
Let's
I
talk.
agree.
Let's talk about that St. Thomas Gibbons game.
St. Thomas Gibbons game. 39-14. So
What transpired? Like it was a good game at the beginning,
and we all picked St. Thomas to win.
we did.
We all picked St.
Everybody
Thomas to win.
picked ST.
I did it. I
Well,
did it.
besides Corey.
Besides Core.
Corey, of course, went with his son, which is understandable. I mean, but I just what happened? I mean,
To be honest,
I would want you to be.
Right.
Say don't lie.
Right.
Where was the game lost? First of all.
Trenches.
Gibbons offense. I gotta put it on the coaches.
Okay.
Okay.
Right now they don't trust the quarterback.
Okay.
So by them not trusting the quarterback, they're not able to open up the offense.
Okay.
You know, if you look, I want to say the boy had 6 carries total that day. Hulk had 6 carries total.
Wait, time's out. Hulk had 6 carries.
If I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
He scored twice
6 to 7. He scored twice.
Yeah.
He scored twice in that. I mean, it's just a couple of personnel changes, adjusting the offense, and they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right.
So number 4 from St. Thomas.
He's become. I never heard of the kid until this year. You know, they played my other son at Heritage, and I saw that kid. He put the game away then, and he put the game away Saturday.
He's a kid that he wants it on his shoulders. Like, give me the ball.
X factor.
If you see his interviews, he said he has a lot to prove. He didn't get a lot of playing time last year, so he's known against any and everybody. Every DB that faced him has lost the day against him so far.
Got the business.
Oof. Go ahead, coach.
I believe this is the best St. Thomas team that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cam is a man,
I'm
man.
not-
Are they, so
Offensively or defensively?
Both.
they complete. So they're a complete team.
They are complete.
Defensively,
They got-
I
they-
think
they
that
got-
this is the worst.
They got
Linebacker.
perfect kids.
No, I think this is the worst.
Linebacker.
Linebacker,
No.
linebacker core.
Linebacker core.
is
No, they linebacker core.
I don't like the linebacker core.
Linebacker core.
Their linebacker core solid.
Number
I
5
do.
is good.
I like number 5.
Yeah,
Number five
they
is
solid.
I like number 5.
They solid.
But with that D
What
line
is
and the
D-line?
DBs that they have,
What you just said?
What's that?
They linebacker core.
No,
is good?
they're deep.
Who? St. Thomas?
You saying they're good?
Got the best line.
Yeah, they good. Yeah, they got a good.
That's their whole defense.
Their weakest that I've seen St. Thomas is up front
Trenches?
on the D line. Yeah.
not necessarily. The thing is with the DBs and the linebackers, I love their DBs and linebackers. What happens is it helps out a lot because obviously with the lockdown, I like their DBs because they lock down personally. I
Okay.
like them, you know what I'm saying? So that gives time for the D liner to get so
To get
that it hides the weakness of the D.
So I can say this, that they had they don't have that household name on the D line this year.
Like the stats and all that.
You can say that. You can say
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, don't- but St. Thomas
It
will be
won't
St.
just-
Thomas regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know they had
Yeah,
Wingo, they had the kid that went to Oklahoma, Benito or whatever his name is. They had some guys like some.
They had some NFL guys on that.
You know what I'm saying? Especially on the edge.
They had some NFL guys on that.
Collectively as a group though, this year they played solid
The
football.
one that left Heritage and went over there.
You got Dallas Turner. You know what I'm saying? Like they have some names now.
So
So
they're a complete football team.
yeah, now they backfield, man. Listen, shout out to Jamari Sands.
I'm so happy he got his spans. Like,
Shout out to Jamari Sands. Let me tell you something.
I'm so happy he got his.
He did it quietly. Because remember you was texting me and I was like,
Hold on. We got Jerry here. Come on, man. Break down that running back.
What did you think of?
And you know what they got? What numbers we again?
22.
Now, you know, when he was running the ball, he reminded me a lot of Najee Harris.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When you see him
Yeah.
run, you see Najee Harris.
Yeah.
I promise you, he was running people over. He was running past people. He was
Yeah.
dropping the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, that's just my personal opinion. When I see
You know what I like about Jamari's game? He can catch out the backfield.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He catch real good at the backfield, man.
Shout out to Coach Ron Hodge.
Shout out Coach Ron Hodge, man. So overall, Corey, do you feel like y'all just got punched in the mouth and you know how to respond?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
Like we had listen. When you playing against those games, man. When you got those particular teams, it's supposed to be mono against mono.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be your best DBs
Best on best.
against your best wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think our DBs they made business decisions and they didn't step up to the plate. They didn't play Carnegie football.
No, man. I disagree.
They might have just got they.
The
Let me ask you a question. Do you
DBs
feel
was
like-
not the problem.
So what you think? What the problem was?
The front seven.
Facts.
The DBs. How many catches Ron Son had?
Did the DBs
How many
get
catches
beat?
did Ron Son have?
I don't know. I don't even see. I saw number
was
4.
a big piece in their offense.
Mhm.
That's
Who
a kid
offense?
at,
St. Thomas.
How many catches Ford had?
He didn't have a lot of catches, but he had
Explosive
he had
plays.
devastating catches.
Yeah, he's a big play kid.
He had
Ford had-
devastating catches.
That completed. He had one good catch.
He caught
Two.
2 touchdowns.
The first touch, that's a broken play.
The first touchdown?
Yes.
No, the DB was looking in the backfield.
My dog done broke down the film.
And number 8, how many passes did
My
number
dog
8
done
catch?
broke down the field.
No.
How many passes number 8
Hey,
catch?
we can do this.
Number 8?
I do this.
For St. Thomas.
It was St. Thomas.
We can do this.
How
I do
many,
this.
how many passes he caught? 8.
Such and such got caught looking in the backfield.
Okay.
It had part
They
of
play action. They got called on play action.
football.
You know what? See, I can't really talk because I
Wait.
I know what the DBs.
James
I know
said
what the
Cam-
DBs was told.
Cam had 6 catches, 110 yards.
There you go.
Right.
Who was Cam? 4?
Four.
Yeah.
That's the man.
So he went 110.
That's
You saying Lil Taylor went 8 catches? How many yards?
No. How many catches he had?
Jason Taylor 8. You said right? Jason Taylor.
No. I'm saying number 8.
4 had 6 catches.
4 had all the catches.
How many?
And then
Yeah.
I think the white boy had 1.
13.
Yeah. I think that's the number.
13. Yeah.
They was throwing to the running back out of-
That
out
said
of
it was a
backfield.
fumble.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, so how did your DBs hurt? It just that one
Because,
kid had a good game.
no, because DBs have to tackle, right?
Facts.
So when number 22 was coming, when number 22 was coming
I'm gonna tell you
around,
right now, if you look for your DBs to make a tackle, you're gonna lose the game.
Cancel Christmas on that one.
My front
We
seven,
seen that. We seen
is
that.
gonna make the tackle.
We seen that.
I'm not
We seen
depending
that.
on my DBs.
And we seen that with Eden James.
But they got to make tackles though, man.
Football.
They got to make.
Get it.
They got to
But
make
we-
tackles.
We seen
Yeah,
that.
we
We're
do. But you
supposed to.
don't
You can't
depend
depend
on
on
your
them.
DBs to make tackles. What you tell your DBs to do?
Cover.
Play what? Don't worry about the what. Why we always tell our DB, don't worry about the run?
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
DB.
It's a catch 22,
a
man.
DB has to
Sorry,
make
you
You know
got
what
to
I
make
mean,
it.
All I'm
Hold on, Jay, what you say?
Don't depend on them.
All I'm saying is
He not expected to tackle.
Eden James just scored again.
They not expected to tackle.
You can't really have that expectation on him. That's
If you
me.
depending on your DBs to make tackles, then you in a big
I
problem.
think we use the word depend on it loosely.
Yeah.
We're not
We ain't
dependent on.
dependent
We're
on
not
them.
dependent on
But
them to
if
make
it
tackles.
come your way,
But
But it's like saying like a linebacker. We're not dependent on the guard, but if they catch an interception, we're praising them.
if you going against St. Thomas Stable,
you gotta be able to make
you
a
gotta
tackle.
be able to
They
make a
going
tackle.
overload right, running up. They going overload left, running up.
So,
Your
hold up,
last option
so-
over there is your DB. Bro.
We seen the Bills last night.
Okay.
Those DBs.
They ain't want to hit.
This is Derrick Henry. We're
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
God damn, like, man, fucking hey,
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 but I ain't gonna lie to you.
hey.
The way Hank and Jamal come out that backfield, they come out that backfield like
Just like him.
you say Najee Harris is the same shit.
But also, you got to give credit to the Titans receivers. They was out there pancaking people too.
Yeah.
that whole offense blocks.
Yeah.
I posted it on my Instagram. You got Brown over there pancaking somebody. You got
Julio over there.
Julio pancaking him.
Yeah.
15 pancaking. That's the most unselfish offense out there.
I
Tennessee
just
Titans.
want.
Man, that was a tough one,
He's
man.
got the
Hey,
tackle, man.
let's talk.
Okay, we're gonna go. This one that stood out to me. I thought it would have been maybe not closer, but I thought it would have been a decent game. Edison and Central.
Yeah.
That game stuck out like a
Because
yeah.
Edison had
What
high
score
praise
was?
for that game. They had high praise for that game.
The score was 45-6.
Yeah, they had high praise for that game. Like,
blow.
You know what?
because Edison's having
I
a
wanna
good
go-
year.
We keep saying like Gibbons, for example.
Okay.
Everybody, this gonna be a good game.
Okay. I didn't say that it was gonna be a good game. I thought it would have been.
Not me.
This was a stat game, bro.
Not me.
I knew that game wouldn't be close.
I knew
That's
that
what I'm
game
saying,
was
like,
gonna be close.
I knew like the Gibbons game. I knew it wasn't gonna be close
Why though?
because I didn't see.
St. Thomas
Their
got too much,
schedule?
and Gibbons quarterback is too
It's
shaky.
like they didn't. You seen them play Heritage. I'm like,
They lost to Heritage with a receiver at quarterback.
Listen, man.
he
Yeah,
said,
y'all can't go off of that. man.
yeah, but you
But
can tell the team dominant, Darrell.
We talking
You can
about
tell
Brandon.
you can tell a team like, you know what, this is gonna be a good
But you
game.
pointed out Heritage.
We talking about Brandon.
What's
That's what I'm saying, though, but he's not a quarterback though.
He's an athlete.
They lost to Heritage.
with a
So-
full,
so we gonna
with
say
a
the
full
same thing
complete
about
team, and they need. But that's gonna be a good game.
They both was good games.
With your Heritage and Gibbons,
Yeah, it was a good game.
Y'all got blown out, ain't it?
No,
Heritage give you one to blow out.
Nah.
Heritage Gibbons?
Byron won the game at the
good
end.
one.
Let Byron
So
won the
did-
game.
Heritage Gibbons?
Yeah.
Heritage Gibbons came
No,
out.
Byron won St. Thomas. No.
Byron. It was time.
Mark got hurt.
Byron.
Byron.
no Mark, no Blake, right?
Byron marches down the field.
Yeah.
No Mark, no Blake,
you're
right?
going off that.
No Mark, no Blake.
Yeah, that's when Byron won the game.
Okay,
Hey.
I understand. Okay, I forgot they was out.
So yeah, I thought the Central game would have been.
Edison is having a good year.
Yeah, they having a
They having a
They have a
solid
solid
year.
year.
I thought
That's solid
they
year.
could fight.
But it's
That's
central.
solid.
It's central.
Thank you,
It's central.
Yeah, no,
thank
listen.
you.
It's central.
And,
You right.
and
So y'all telling me it's gonna be a better game, Northwestern and Central. The
second time?
around?
I think so.
I don't know though. I want to see if the coaches are gonna risk
wait, that's the one that
playing their
the match.
starters. Yeah.
Yeah,
As a coach, do you risk?
yeah.
Do you
that
put all
game.
your chips on the table again before the playoffs?
Nah, not at all.
Because that game don't mean nothing no more.
Absolutely,
Not at all.
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody making business moves now.
That game don't mean nothing.
Business
Facts.
moves.
So they doing that for the
And,
game.
that's gonna be a tough.
What you mean by
game.
business move?
Like, I'm not gonna hurt my primetime play. I'm not gonna hurt myself in the playoffs by playing my primetime players. Now, one thing about it, this is a rivalry game, so it's gonna be taken real personal. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't play my starters in that game.
That's what I'm saying. And you just played 2 years ago.
We already beat you.
Yeah, we beat you.
Yeah.
We
Got
already
nothing
beat
to
you.
prove.
So let me ask you a question. So you think they saved 25 to play against Dillon for St. Thomas?
He's hurt.
He said he was hurt.
But they say he's playing against Dillon.
He's back. I don't think.
What
I
I heard.
don't know. I heard he's been hurt though.
Hey man. Said the cameraman said that game mean everything, even though it's the second time around.
I think
Yeah,
he's. I
because
think
it's
he's
just
saying
team.
yes of a culture thing.
Yeah,
They want
that's
their
what I'm
bite.
saying.
It's
They
a
want
more
they-
of a culture
They
thing.
want
Like
their
that
bite
game.
back. They want
Yeah,
their bite
but-
back, bro.
What does that game
I
really mean?
I personally would tell that. I personally would tell the staff on both teams. Let's get ready for playoffs, bro. This has no bearing on our record. This has no bearing on our playoff seedings. This has no bearing on district title. What's the point? I wouldn't even.
Is that game mandated? That's a mandated game. They have to play it.
It might.
Shouts out to Saturday.
It's a rivalry game. I bet you if you asked all those kids how they felt the day after that game, all the kids would beat up because that was a physical game.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me we want to play a physical game
again before the playoffs?
Yeah, and playoffs, everybody good. Let's be real, up in the first round, but after that,
you got to play.
Yeah, you got to play. So I'm gonna risk. I mean, Central probably can't afford it. They got
20 backs.
Yeah, they got
about 20.
Definitely got backs, boy. Another game, Gulliver and Chaminade. That was a pretty good game, man.
I'm saying, I think we used that pretty good game.
It was a good game. That was a good game. It was a good game.
Man, we used it too loosely, bro.
You had to beat it. You had to beat it.
You're right, and I wasn't there.
It was a good game.
So the score doesn't reflect the game.
Going into halftime, the score was 13-10, I think. 14-10.
Y'all controlled that game.
We controlled the game. We
I want to give a shout out, though. I want to give a shout out. Shouts out to K2, man. Committed today to Ohio State.
Salute.
Ohio State University, man. Shouts out to K2. Congratulations, young man. Go up there, man. Go to Columbus and do the Dizzle for the next 3 years, man. I like
man. Shout out to K2 for real.
I think as a team, like everybody say at halftime it was 7-7, it was 3-7. That doesn't. To me, it's not considered football.
I'm gonna be real with you. They first touchdown, okay, they got Chaminade controlled the game. The game was quarterback was rattled.
Start to finish.
Yeah, the quarterback was rattled.
Chaminade's quarterback or
Gulliver's quarterback, number 3. He was rattled. He was Jamal K2 was just, they were coming.
Was he rattled or was he pressured?
And
he made plays,
why I say
he made plays, but he never let me not say never. He rarely made a throw sitting in the pocket.
Yeah, he was always flushed.
He was always on the go. Like
that's Chaminade defense.
And this Gulliver team is putting up 40.
That's true.
So let's be real. Nobody will put 40 points on us. We have the best defense in Florida. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's cool.
And y'all fly around too.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. You know what I mean?
But that they made plays. They made big plays. You know what I'm saying?
Who got Gulliver?
They made big play, man. Shout out to CJ, man.
That's right, man. Hey, number 4.
Yeah.
So the score was 13-10.5.
Okay.
What the final score was?
Final score was
31-16.
31-16.
31-16.
We bust one in the last minute.
So you scored 6 points out of half.
Yeah. But it was
what?
What's that?
You scored 6 points out of halftime.
That's
when the football game is won, y'all boys.
I get what you're saying.
Second half.
I get what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying. I totally get it.
Like IMG against Heritage, what the score was? At half.
7-7.5 or something like that, right?
10-7?
10-7, yeah.
It was a close game at half.
10-7.
Beat my 3 touchdowns.
Them people came out second half
and that's IMG. Them big boys get the land on you.
That's what I'm saying. So
you can't take that.
I give my credit to St. Thomas, Chaminade. You know what? I'm gonna do what you do the first half. Second half, let's play football.
But
you can't play with them in the second half.
But let me tell you this though. Certain teams you can't let hang around like that, bro. They'll knock you off, dog.
Yeah.
They will knock you off.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. You can't feel like I'm a second half team and
it's not about being a
Heritage was down 17-3.
Yeah.
And I went in 19-17. Against
it was 26-23.
26-23.
Oh.
26-23.
Remember we was up 3 times. Remember we was up like 15 points.
Yeah.
Going into halftime.
It was 10-3.
It was 7. It was
10-3.
17. I think it was.
Eugene scored 17 points first half. It was 10-3. That game was a close game at halftime.
It was 17-3.
Yeah,
it was 10-3.
No.
It
was 10-3.
I know it was 10-3. We scored and y'all scored.
10-3.
17-3.
Fresh out the half.
Fresh out the half.
We scored. I think Bullet scored and then y'all scored.
So if it was 10-3 and y'all scored, you tell me that score. 17-3.
But you come back, you scored. But you come back and scored the next drive.
It was the network.
Was it 17-3?
At one point in time, yes.
Thank you.
At one point in time.
But the second half.
At one point in time. What other games we got? Because, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm trying to dissect the mind frame of the RBA.
So
Let's get to these scores and let's get to these topics, man.
okay. So Sid, just to give you a heads up, it was 17-3 halftime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the box score right here.
So
Heritage scored 23 points in the third quarter
Off of Blake.
to our 7.
Draw.
So again, some teams you got to step on their neck.
Hey, shouts out to Ben Cole, man.
those are two good teams.
No, I'm just saying, you got to step on their neck. You can't let certain people hang around. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Did Blake finish that game?
He sure
Yeah,
did.
Finished that game.
Finished it strong, real strong.
Kept this on the draw.
Him and Mark took over the game. In the
Yeah,
second half.
he put it on his shoulders, man.
Chaminade got conservative. If they stay aggressive, we probably lose that game.
Game of the week, Dylan and St. Thomas, no secret. Strong.
Yes, sir.
You've been waiting for this, you know.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
I think
Hold up.
I personally think Strong got this he got this thing above his bed or something, bro. Circle since the summertime, he probably circled this 1,000 times.
Listen,
Say black hole.
Black hole, my front phone.
So here goes the storyline, right? Dylan is what 30-something-1 in the last 3 years. Something like that.
In the last 3 years, they
3 years. They lost one game in the last
That was
3 years.
Central.
To Central.
They lost one game.
So
Shouts out to Fred Flowers, man. DC on right now, man. The black hole.
so
tuned in.
I know y'all tired of hearing y'all don't play nobody.
Yeah.
Y'all tired of hearing it. You know what I'm saying? The Chaminade scrimmage ain't. You see, I called it a scrimmage, Fred. Calm down.
It was at 1 o'clock.
The Chaminade scrimmage don't count. So y'all got your first real test.
How do you feel?
The Chaminade scrimmage is a wake up call
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of our kids. But we had a lot of selfishness. That's what happened in that game. A lot of kids wasn't rooting for the guy in front of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a whole distraction. So as the season go, we had a lot of kids like shout out to Najee Kelly. He sat out a couple of games to give a couple of seniors reps to try to get some film to get in school, any kind of school they get
That's
into.
dope. That's dope, man.
So I think
That's dope.
that's one thing that I like. We built from that loss because it was a
From a scrimmage, you can't lose from the scrimmage, coach.
You can't lose a scrimmage.
well that
They built
They
from
took
that
a-
experience.
that experience.
That
So,
experience.
Character.
but just by watching film, that's what made me so confident.
Hey, Chris, what up?
Because a lot of people say, like, when we went into Deerfield, they laugh. So when I say I didn't like them to score, it ain't like I'm putting down on St. Thomas.
You just like
That's
that
your
different.
goal.
Yeah.
If they don't score, they don't win.
They don't win.
I don't have a strong enough offense to say, okay, they can give them 14 points. But with my front four, I'm going to stick with that, bro. I just feel like if they do, it's going to be on some shit like what happened to Gibbons on that first touchdown. That DB ain't doing his assignment.
Yeah.
But as in running, I feel strong that we stopped that.
Stop it.
And that's why I feel like they don't score.
But the
My-
problem with Dillard that I think they're gonna struggle with is them scoring. I think y'all defense is gonna stand up in the paint. That's my honest opinion. I love y'all D line.
So what you saying?
St. Thomas haven't faced a D line like y'all.
So they're not going to get tired, is what you saying.
I just want to see y'all offense. Can y'all offense put up?
But when y'all say the defense got to stay on the field, the offense got to stay on the field too.
No. You hear what I say? I say y'all defense is going to stand up in the paint. Can your offense put up
Points.
What he's basically saying is you guys can't have Dillard this Friday. Dillard cannot have consistent 3 and outs. That's going to hurt
It's
the
gonna hurt
defense.
y'all.
Y'all got to keep St. Thomas offense.
That's what I'm asking.
The
You feel like
defense
we're going to be
can't.
tired?
I wouldn't even say just 4 quarters of sitting on the field.
I would say I would.
in shape
Y'all
you are.
should. If y'all gonna say something, y'all gotta say put the defense in bad field
So look,
position.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right?
Not just stand on the field.
We go-
defense love to be on the field.
We gonna go back to let me say it like this. I feel like your first front 5, you got a good 5-man rotation that I know about. That's 6. Okay. Those guys can't live on the field all day.
They can't.
So I and this is where St. Thomas has the edge over a lot of schools. They got depth.
They got
You
depth.
just
You know what I'm saying?
So
you
They
just
got
said
depth.
it. You just
They
said
got
it.
depth.
They
So
got depth.
they got a lot of depth.
I definitely didn't see that depth against Gibbons.
that game was personal. They wasn't putting their depth.
That ain't even.
It's not depth.
They got depth. They got depth. If
So-
somebody go down,
So you saying
if somebody goes
their
down,
second string O line just as good as their first string?
I believe that there's that half.
It's not. It's
Yeah,
not as
I don't
better,
as
but
good, but I feel
if-
like they can go anywhere and start in the county. Though.
That's why I feel where they're losing that. I don't feel like they have that depth.
Nah, I disagree with you on that one. I think St. Thomas depth is
I just
second to none.
What call out some of their depth? If you feel like
no,
they got
we
depth,
can't. We
I ain't gonna call no kids names out,
yeah.
but
you can't call
But-
it. You
but-
saying their
but we know-
their tools just as good as they
we
want.
know
So
some of the
I like the
tools.
kids.
We know some of the
I'm
tools
talking
over
about
there.
on the O line. I ain't talking about in the secondary.
Even linebackers, there's some kids there that
That's cool.
receivers.
We're speaking all
They got-
strong.
they got
I
all
think what they, I think what they
American
saying.
linebackers.
What they saying
We're
is,
speaking offense. We ain't
I think
Offensive
what
line.
they saying strong
I like our
is
bro. He's a-
your D line fatigue wise, and somebody fresh coming in, it's gonna be hard.
That's what I got a rotation.
So you got you.
what I'm
So
saying is,
you can
I
kind
can
of
bring all them out
Perfect.
to bring them in.
So there we go.
I can have a lineup for
rotation.
pass rush, and I got a lineup for run stop. So say like man to Keyshawn, they can be in there for 2 plays.
Oh,
And I
that's
can get them
so.
out.
So
and
then
get some more guys in.
so living on the field don't pertain to
That's what I'm saying.
Dylan.
Say less. We're good.
I will say this. I will say this. And there's no knock to Dillard, but St. Francis D line,
It's for real. And they played. St. Thomas played.
they is for real, boy.
So they played us. They
You know what
played
I'm
a
saying?
solid D line before.
They have.
They played a solid D
They
line.
didn't really run the ball too well that game, but
So let's get predictions and let's dissect RBA.
Jerry, go ahead.
It,
Jerry.
it makes no sense to
The
ask.
guests always go first.
What you got? Who you like, Jerry?
I like Dillard.
There it is.
I like Dillard.
Who you like, Mr. Ewald? Here you go with this politics shit. God
They
damn.
call it politics.
hey,
shit.
politics, man.
We'll come back to him.
What you need to come back for what? He got to answer the question.
He's from
Man, hey,
Hey,
then-
me personally, I like Dillard. I've been saying for like 2 weeks now. I think Dillard has nothing to lose and everything to prove.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They have nothing to lose and everything to prove.
They got a lot to lose, though, man.
Nah, I can't
Man,
say that.
you play this game for pride, bro. You play
I
this game
get it.
for something.
They can't lose. They can't get them.
They can't get blown out.
They can't
If they lose 35-28, we're gonna live with that.
Mhm.
They can't get blown out though.
So
They have a lot.
See, so then we playing.
So I'm gonna say this.
I like-
I'm gonna say
I
this.
This
like
will be
that.
a good game.
So
It's
so
definitely good.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna give y'all
There it is.
my
The goat, man. I like that. I like that.
Hey Chris, yeah, man, that's Jerry Seymour. We're gonna dissect this brand. in a minute.
I'm gonna give you. Go ahead, Sid.
He went with Dillard.
I got Dillard.
Listen, I'm going SCA.
There it is.
I'm going SCA.
Fred said I'm a private school guy. Hey, Fred ain't no private school guy, bro. Listen,
Who you like,
You're
Corey?
definitely a private school guy.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Who you like,
You
Corey?
got no dog in the fight.
Yeah, so you can't be
I like-
political.
Just say it's gonna be a good game because you keep changing your mind. First you do one second,
Ah!
next second you went.
Hey, that's how you get. That's how you get him,
D.
D. That's how you get him, D.
Hey, ask
So-
him on game day.
No, nigga, they gotta ask
With
me
that
after the
shrimp
first
foot.
drive.
Oh, watch this.
I ain't gonna lie, I like
for
Dillard
that,
right
for
now.
that stripping rise. So you like,
God damn, Corey.
Corey,
who you like,
Who you
Corey?
like, Corey? Who you like? Dillard or St. Thomas? We got one Dillard, two Dillard, three Dillards, one St. Thomas thus far. What do you like?
Oh, Jerry
who-
said good game.
who-
No, man, Jerry said
Who
Dillard.
Dillard?
He
He
said,
like-
You know he can't get no prediction.
Jerry,
on
you
that
like
one.
Jerry, you like Dillard, right?
He
Like,
can't
of
get.
course,
He
the real
can't,
love
he
Dillard.
can't get no. He don't
Nah,
count.
he's a part of.
It
part of the
don't
panel.
count, man.
Corey, who you like?
I'm gonna go with Jerry. It's gonna be a good game.
No, Jerry said
Jerry like Dillard.
Jerry,
Dillard.
Jerry, you
Jerry
said you
like
like Dillard, right?
Dillard.
He said
Dillard.
Dillard.
Who you like?
It's gonna be a good game.
But I do like Kamari Robinson at DB over at St.
I
Thomas.
like
Yes,
him.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Honey Badger.
Honey Badgers.
What number
Yes,
that is?
sir. Number 7.
Honey Badger.
He number 7?
No,
no,
19.
13,
19.
19.
That's his favorite number.
I've been watching that kid since he was at
19.
Washington Park, boy.
Kobe.
Mark Fletcher said Corey like St. Dillard.
I like that.
Shouts out
Bro,
to Mark
what's up
Fletcher,
with you and all
man.
these political answers, man? Who
Hey,
you
look.
like, man?
Your son's not playing. Just
Yeah, like
I promise you. Dillard
I'm talking to you.
Hey, I got a question for you. How many of y'all Sands and Hankerson have this game?
we don't.
No,
we
no,
can't-
no,
we're not-
Jared,
we're not
Jared,
finna- No,
Jared, don't answer that.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, man, we're not finna throw Kerry under the fire. Yeah, we can. We
Where
can.
you running from, bro?
We can get to it. We gonna get to it.
Let me answer.
You can't say why you running. You ain't answer yet.
I'm finna answer.
Let's go.
Oh no! You can't get on him like that. You told him we'll come back to you.
Listen.
So we on him.
Here go my honest opinion. I think St. Thomas wins a close game.
All right, there it is.
There it is.
Who you like?
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
There
There
we
it
go.
is.
There we go. Ain't no hard feeling.
Hey,
Now I will
Fred.
tell you
Hey,
this.
Fred.
I will
boy,
tell you
better
this.
be in the lab, baby.
I will tell you this that whoever wins this game won't win twice because they're gonna see each other
It's
soon.
gonna be hard in the playoffs.
They got to play each other in the playoffs.
It's gonna be hard in the playoffs.
And I feel like both coaching staffs will make
It's
great
gonna be good.
adjustments.
It's gonna
It's gonna be good.
And one thing about Tate, he's been on this playoff trail and won on this playoff trail before. So mentally preparing not only the kids, his staff. I really think that if St. Thomas wins Friday night, Tate is gonna have the kids and the staff mentally prepared
Of course,
on how to take on this playoff run because
I agree.
he's done it at a high level.
I
So I really
definitely
believe Tate.
This is
will
for
have
districts,
that
right?
going.
Is this for districts?
Yeah, because they knocked off Nova.
So they play for something now, y'all boys.
They
Man,
playing for
listen,
something, but I think the playoffs.
District
game-
mean a lot, bro.
This game big, boy.
Yeah, district
This
mean a
game
lot,
big.
bro. District mean a lot.
This
dog.
game big for the culture.
Yeah,
That be
This
for the
game
culture.
big for districts.
I will tell you this. I like St. Thomas, but if Dillard can score,
If
St. Thomas loses, dog. That's the
my
only
opinion.
reason.
Let me ask you this: I haven't watched Dillard play this year, but what has been the what has carried y'all offense? Has it been just the balance, the run game, or the pass game?
It's been the defense.
Little Chris.
Nah, it's been the defense
It's
that's
been
been
the
carrying.
defense is the heart of the team.
It's been
I'm not even gonna
the
I was
sugarcoat
gonna,
that.
I was gonna say
Special
the
teams.
defense.
The
Well,
defense,
The
offensively,
defense score a lot of points.
But
But
I think it's balanced.
balance.
Yeah,
offensively.
because we don't play nobody.
I think if CJ can have a good game, which I think he will, y'all come out with the victory.
Yeah.
I promise
Listen, I think what I know, they have to get Bugs involved. Bugs
Some way, somehow.
I
Bugs
agree.
have to be
That's true.
I
all
agree.
over the field.
Some
I
way,
agree.
somehow.
I definitely
That
agree.
Slot,
Yeah.
wild
Bugs need 21 touches.
everywhere.
I
man.
agree. I definitely agree.
But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Let me tell y'all something, dog. And there's no knock on Bugs, but CJ's just as explosive and dangerous as
Hell yeah.
Who is that? That's the running back.
But,
Listen.
but Bugs had to take over the
I
game
like
in
six.
special teams.
the six can do what Bugs can do, y'all boys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He got the speed to do it, bro. He got the speed. He got.
CJ
They got-
very explosive.
They got weapons. Listen, weapon wise, Dillard has weapons.
They don't utilize it.
It's the O line word.
That's the
That is-
issue.
But
That's the issue.
but
So,
again, St. Thomas don't have that D line like I said that they've had in the past.
I heard that.
So it's gonna be
So,
balanced
so
on the
with that
pitches.
said, they need
I
to
can't
get
say
CJ
that
some
either, though.
screens and get him in open field.
And that's what CJ does. You can easily put CJ.
You put him in
receiver.
space, yeah.
That's what I'm just like screens and
Bubble them,
exactly,
make them tackle.
exactly.
The matchups that I'm looking for between both squads is Najalik and Armella, Cam and Twan. You know what I'm saying? Those are the matchups that I think everybody's ready to watch. Like,
Everybody ready.
Let me ask you. Let me
Everybody's
ask
ready to
you,
watch
and
that.
Fred, a question. Is Twan gonna follow Cam?
of course.
He's definitely far.
Of course. What kind of question is that?
Actually,
Yes, he wants that.
I gotta ask. I gotta ask.
I love that.
I know Twan. Twan want that
If-
smoke.
I love that.
Come see me.
if Marcus Struggle is completely healthy, I think he have a good game.
There it is.
Man, listen.
One thing about
that
the two
kid-
things for sure. I know Twan say, "Hey, give me 4.
Mhm.
I want that.
Mm.
Give me 4."
I love a kid like that.
Man, Twan, give me 4.
I love a kid like that.
Give me 4. Let's rock.
Yeah, Twan ain't running from that.
Twan ain't finna run from
I
that.
love
Give
Twan
me 4.
definitely ain't running from smoke.
He ain't running from that. Now let me ask you this question. Well, ain't a question. The Najee League Armella thing, I think that thing's overhyped. I think it ain't gonna be close.
I'm just saying that's what everybody's waiting.
Hey, did Najee have 6 sacks last game?
Yeah.
Najee different, bro.
I had to pull him. He was mad.
He different, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Damn. Hey,
Hold on,
when did you put him?
The man could
When
have
did you
set a
put him?
record or something, dog.
When did you put
He
him?
snuck in there the second half. He
That's
snuck
number
in
9,
there.
right?
Yeah.
All right, man. We got the goat in the building, man.
Let me ask you a question, Jerry. Let me ask you a question. What's your thoughts on parents that come into Little League with the expectation that my son is a running back? Why my kid not playing running back? Why is it that my kid can't start over this kid?
Well, Jerry don't coach Little League.
Yeah.
No,
I get it.
But
I get it. No.
He doesn't coach Little League, but he trains Little League.
Because in Optimist football, running back is the premier position.
Mhm.
So a lot of parents want their kid to play running back because obviously
You touch the
Touch
ball
the
the
ball
most.
touch the ball the
touch the
most.
ball.
and everybody. And if you look at players in the league, even guys that's outside of running backs, everybody plays some form of running back.
Yeah.
And that's really truly how they got their name.
Facts.
Playing running back. I know the game is kind of evolving and changing now because you're getting 8U or 9U. They run a running gun now.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
throw the
saying?
ball, yeah.
But running back is the premier position, and parents see that as okay. I want my kid to touch the ball. I want him to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, if I have a kid, I probably wouldn't want him to play running back early.
Cam gonna play on the line.
Mhm.
That's the
All right.
best. If I have a son,
I like-
start on O-line.
That's why I
If I
started.
ever have a
But
son,
okay,
I started
but
on O-line.
we say that,
Mhm.
but what if you're not coaching, right? So what if the coaches put your son at running back?
I get
I-
9 times out of
honestly-
10, if you get a child come out and say, a parent to say, put my shit on O-line, the coaches ain't gonna fight that.
But it's not, I'm
I
not
ain't
saying
gonna-
fight it, but if the coach,
I don't like this.
if he's a running back, if the coach
Yeah.
is using him as a running back, what you gonna say?
That's
No, don't.
cool.
Let
But
him
put it
see
this,
that
if-
kid
if they-
run.
If they don't force him to play running back, I won't make him push for it early.
There it is.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like if they say, hey,
Absolutely.
man, we don't put your son on line. I'm cool with that. Because
Absolutely,
my son need to learn how to build his toughness.
Yes.
In the trenches.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
I
And then we
definitely
can
agree.
transition over to running back.
Shouts out to Amari Daniels.
But let's be
Absolutely.
clear. Let's be clear. If you have a son,
Mhm.
I like that. Hey, see, I like that. See, I like that. I like that. I like
what
that.
are we talking about?
I like that.
That's real.
I like that.
You can't tell me your son gonna play nothing but running back out the gate. Just
He put the
Come
tough
on,
question
man.
on
I
Chubb.
mean,
He put the
Come on,
tough
man.
but
question.
who knows if my son gonna come out?
Stop
and
it,
be-
Jerry.
You know what I'm
Stop
saying?
it, Jerry.
come
Let's
on.
be
Jay
real.
coming out the wing there too.
Now, honestly, put it like this. I definitely would tell the coach we're gonna put a limit on his carries because, like I said, I mean, I'm not
Okay,
getting
say
my
that.
son beat up.
Say that.
He won't be
Beat up
beat
at
up
an
like
early
that. You know what I'm
age,
saying?
yeah.
Because, like I said, I'm feeling the aftermath of playing the running back position. A lot of people want to play it, but they don't really know
What you go through.
what you go through. It's been plenty of nights I don't play college ball, waking up in tears just be turf toe. You know what I'm saying? Knees, hands. You know what I mean? My hands are still messed up to this day. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that my son, if he really wants to do that, that's really the position that he's destined to be. That I'm gonna go about it the right way because at the end of the day, I'm my son's first agent. I'm his first manager. So I got to make sure I point guard my son in the right direction. I got to look out for his well-being. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna throw my son out there in the fire and just let people use and abuse him. Nah. Gotta
So
pull back.
You
What-
got deep in.
what age do you start with as far as training?
I started at 8 years old. At 8. Because 8 years old. I started as 8 because, like I said, when I train, because I got people who call me, hey, man, I want you to train my son. I'm like, how old is a kid? 4?
Yeah, because
I think that was cool. Hey, but you know what?
No.
Is eight a good age?
8 is a great age because just being in the training industry, I realized that there's a big maturity gap from the ages of 7 and 8. And trust me, I did it. I was out there with a 4-year-old. That's why I don't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? I was out there with a 5-year-old, 6-year-old. You know what I mean? But I realized there's a maturity gap from. They're still kids, but it's just the way that they process the information from the age of 7 and 8. I promise you. I know y'all like, man. No, this is
So let me give y'all my 2 cents because my son trained with Jerry. You know what I'm saying? His whole optimism. Even when he left the offense side of the ball, just because what Jerry incorporates,
his footwork.
is,
My
you know
son
what I'm
trained
saying?
with Jerry.
And the work and the type of workout is good for a kid.
Mhm.
And I can tell you this, both when him and Trav out there and they they got to tap their feet in the circle
Yeah,
for
boy,
30
that's
for 30 seconds
trash.
in the hot sun, right? And you can't do it, and they tell you, get the fuck out my drill.
Yeah.
You can't tell a 4-year-old that, bro.
That's true.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
To the 8-year-old that?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can tell an 8-year-old that.
You can tell a 8-year-old, hey, suck it up.
Get your ass on. Go give me a
Let's
lap.
go.
Give me a lap.
You can
Come
do
back.
that.
Let's try it
You
again.
can't tell a 5, 6-year-old that.
Can't.
They won't
You can-
process it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I could totally understand that starting age.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, a question I want to ask you is like, you in the pros now,
Mhm.
and you're going to have your first set of I guess you could say NFL prospects from Optimus. What draft class? This class or
It'll probably be next one.
next
It'll
class?
be next one. It'll
So-
be next one.
so-
Just like the Naquans. And,
Wait, yeah. Let's get a rundown of who you're getting ready for the draft right quick. For the viewers out there.
Nah,
Not for the draft, but
not for the draft. I don't
just
really know because
get ready.
we start recruiting in December. That's when you start flying around. You start reaching out to people.
okay.
So I don't really know who we gonna have because, like I said, it's really based on the agent and what their agent want to place.
Place
them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
in college right now, you got
Who you got?
Who's
playing-
it?
I
playing
got Naquan Wright.
UF.
Yeah, UF. I have
Cam.
Jaquez Stewart.
Okay.
He's over at Toledo.
Toledo. You got Cam, right?
Harris.
Okay.
I got him over there. I got Worm.
Okay.
Shit, so many of them.
So we talking Toledo, UM,
Yeah.
Auburn.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I got a few guys that I missed out on that called me from big time Power Fives that want to come down the train, but at the time I was just too busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So those are just my core guys.
So those are the oldest guys I could say of game day preparation
Yeah, game day preparation
from the beginner.
No,
Okay.
absolutely.
And then you still got your Vincent Schaefer's, you got your what's my man that was at Coon running back? He had Central.
I got Ian Pope.
You got Ian and 28,
uh,
number 28.
what school?
At Central.
At Central.
He played running back for Coon.
John.
Nah.
I know the number 2 I work with. I work with Nate.
Nate.
Yeah,
You got Nate.
Henry. I
Yeah.
had Nate since he was
Yeah,
little. I had
yeah,
Nate since
yeah,
he was 8
yeah.
years old.
Nate.
Then you got Denham Edwards down at Columbus. You got Samaj Banks over at Booker T. Washington.
Correct.
You got CJ who I work with.
Yeah.
Matthew Wilson.
You were a Bullet.
Yeah, I work with Bullet.
Okay.
Yeah, Bullet. The list goes on. Timothy Carter over at True Prep with me.
Okay.
So
you say Mark Fletcher. You don't got Mark Fletcher.
no, I ain't really never really worked with. I worked with him when I was young, but I ain't never worked with.
Damn, Mark.
I never had the privilege of working with Mark.
I know you're watching, Mark. Damn, dog.
How you prepare
Golly.
these kids
Mhm.
into like a game time situation?
My every running back coach got their philosophy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the running back position, I think the number one skill set that you need to possess is reaction. You got to be reactive. You know what I mean? Because you don't really have to be super extremely fast. Because if you want to look at it, the top 3 guys who rush for the most yards in the NFL, they're not lightning fast guys. You know what I'm saying? You know who's number 1? You got Emmitt Smith. He wasn't a lightning fast guy, but he was very reactive. He can make moves. He can get out of short areas and explode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have, Frank Gore. He's up there. Frank Gore wasn't no 4-3 guy. You know what I'm saying? Frank Gore.
Emmitt Smith had a line.
Yeah,
There
that
he
too.
go.
That's who he had a line.
So
But when he got
that's a
there,
whole different
and when he got
conversation,
there in the
man.
secondary, he made it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we can say the same thing about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry don't get touched until he get to the third level.
You ever saw anything like that before?
No, never. Ever. Honestly,
Is
ever.
it? I say when
Bro,
you break it down and you watch him, does it amaze you? He's that big, and that athletic, and that fast.
That's fast.
You trained him
That's
before,
what
right?
it is. Nah, I never worked with
No?
Derrick Henry. No.
Okay.
Nah. He has a trainer out of Dallas, and I know who's doing a great job. But
Yeah.
The thing is, Derrick Henry, man, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be a bust. I ain't gonna lie to you. I promise you.
You thought he was gonna- you thought he was-
He was just too
thought he
big.
No, I was like, nah,
He's
ain't
too
no way.
big. Yeah.
But he gets in the league, and these DBs are running away from him. Even
Absolutely.
linebackers don't.
So what's the
run him.
difference? Where did Eddie Lacy go wrong? Couldn't maintain his weight.
Nah, he couldn't. And when I was up there at Green Bay, Coach Ben Sermon, shout out to Coach Ben Sermon, the running back coach, and I asked him, I said, man, what happened with Eddie Lacy? I said, did he eat his way out the league? And he was saying, nah, man, he like to,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? He like,
He let a party.
yeah, he like the party.
Yeah.
He a country boy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't even about the food. It was really
Okay.
also about,
Yeah.
Work ethic.
yeah,
and all
work
that.
ethic and just,
He let a party.
yeah.
I seen that. The comparison you did. This is when I knew
Mhm.
Jerry's the real deal, and you emphasize for the kids to implement what you train. You give real real life game time
Mhm.
situations.
And you got
I seen you do a comparison last week or the week before with
Yeah.
Naquan.
Naquan.
Naquan, you filmed the drill,
Yeah.
and that same exact movement Naquan
Oh, yeah.
used in the game.
I saw
Like,
him do that a
when you
lot.
have a
I saw
trainer that's not just making you do BS and just taking parents' money, and you can actually give a comparison of,
Mhm.
look, if I'm making your son do this, this is why. Look at the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you can have a trainer to do that, that's
So
big.
And honestly, it's really about playing the position and
Yeah.
then playing the position at a high level. You know what I'm saying? And then honestly, I watch a lot of film. You know what I mean? Like, so what I really truly do is I watch film on some guys and they runs, and I just recreate the drill from that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I see a run.
Okay.
All right, let me recreate that drill. You know, because honestly, it's hard to mimic moving bodies. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to make your drills, you know what I'm saying, very
realistic.
and intricate to where the kid got to really actually get out there and do a rep as if he's really in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because most people, they just got a kid, all right, jump cut here, and then you'll just jog out. Nah, bro, you know me. I'm all about finishing. No, you're going to jump cut here, give a little shoulder manipulation, and we're going to finish 30 yards.
Shoulder manipulation.
Hold on. Say that line again.
Shoulder manipulation.
Hey,
that's in the RBA.
Let me tell y'all.
RBA, baby.
If you never brought your son to Jerry Seymour and he plays running back,
you crazy.
Hey,
looking at me?
Mark Fletcher just said, "Trust me,
hey,
Jerry will see Mark this offseason."
Oh yes,
But honestly,
sir.
it's bigger than just cones and cutting. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
real.
Like, we talk about different terminologies. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what if the D norm try to two gap you? What you do is you dip your shoulder this way, come back. You all right? What if we running a pin and pull? What you want to do is you want to press side. You want to press the inside hip of the guard, the second guard who pulling, and then you want to make it. So it's bigger than this training.
Parents, I hope y'all listening, parents.
The next one,
Definitely.
I hope y'all listening, parents.
Hey, the next one we gonna have to charge y'all. We give this game.
I want to go back to what you
Hey,
said.
we might say this episode. I ain't gonna lie.
I just feel like we don't want to put that in that limit to Jerry.
what you mean by that?
As like, if your son plays running back, you need to go see him.
If you play football, go
Because
see
you
him.
said my son don't play, but I still brought him out there.
So now I'm gonna tell you. So now I don't. Before
It was game day.
it was game day preparation.
Yeah.
Jerry had athletes out there.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
he told me that.
He's a guru. He's a specialist now.
Hey, shout
So-
out. Hey, Jiggy said he on his way to.
So
the
do you
offseason.
do you still do other positions?
Yeah, we still do other positions, man. And honestly, let me tell you about this guy to the right of me, man. I remember when I first.
Hey, that was gonna be my next thing. Can we get y'all to do another camp?
Hey, boy, that camp was everything. But honestly, you know what I'm saying? When I first got in the game, man, I seen Darrell and I seen some of the innovative drills he was doing. So honestly, like, he made me really step my game.
Wow.
I was like, bro, boy, I do
It's Coach. Good job, Coach D.
You know what I'm saying?
Coach Strong, hard but fair.
So we called each other, we came together, you know what I'm saying, and we did that camp over at Lauderhill Park.
At Lauderhill, yeah.
Like over 80 kids, man. I was the camp of the century.
Mm-hmm.
But I still do game day preparation, and I haven't really did it, and I don't really promote it as much because the running back academy is kind of pulling me away from that.
Correct.
Not necessarily pulling me, it's just it's only one me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But salute to my dog Trav because
Man.
as times I'm not out there, he take.
Try. Let me tell you
So
something.
game day and
Real
RB, so the RBA is two
Coach
different
Derek,
things.
what's up, baby?
Yep.
Same owners.
You started game day first.
Yeah, I started
Trav.
game day first. Yeah, me and Trav.
Listen,
Trav.
if you in the Optimus level and you in game day, and dog, you either gonna be two things.
Yeah.
You either gonna do it or you gonna quit.
Yeah.
Pick one.
That's it.
And honestly, Coach Trav, man, he's more the enforcer. I create the drills, but Trav gonna come in, he gonna enforce it. You know what I'm saying? Because my dog got a sports psychology degree, and Trav just know how to get to the kids mentally a certain way that I can't. And I told Trav, bro, you the backbone of game day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say Jerry Seymour, but Travis Harmon is the backbone.
Shout out to Travis
Is
Harmon,
Trav
man.
also part of RBA?
Yeah, he is gonna be now because he coaching the running backs over at
At Chaminade, yeah.
Yeah, he coaching
Yes,
the running backs
sir.
over at
Hey, so I know the fans probably want to
Definitely
know
seeing me.
will Harvard fan RBA do a camp this summer?
I
baby?
was just about to ask that.
I mean, Harvard fan and
I say I had a
RBA is
successful camp, 80 kids, and I ain't never hear annual. Like, what's
It was more than that. I think they did 125 that day. if I'm not mistaken.
125 kids.
It started off with
And-
77,
and they didn't run it back?
Plus.
Let me.
Y'all ain't running back.
What field?
No.
we could do that?
Hey, listen.
Got to
Wow.
do so as a sample.
Listen, behind the scenes, when I just talk to
You
Jerry,
want that water or you want to have a camp?
I just take CJ. He's always asking
Yeah.
about the rail. Hey man, you heard from the rail? What's
Yeah,
going on?
okay.
Always. He said always. And I just,
Definitely got to run it back.
I blame myself.
Got
you was going through a little situation.
I was
there.
going to the situation.
Yeah, you was going through a little situation.
So I, I can honestly say that I watched Jerry train. You go to a set, you might have 30, 40 kids, dog, and
in one session.
dog, a lot of trainers, you know what I'm saying, you don't see this. Jerry trained a lot of kids free, bro.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like,
Hello, Trav, salute, man. Trav on right now.
them boy, hey,
What's
listen,
good, Trav?
Jerry and Trav, I don't watch them boys train a lot of kids free, bro. Like, they come work out, they go. Like, you know what I'm saying? It never would, and I can always say that, that's where your blessing comes in at, bro.
Yeah,
like,
for
you know what I'm saying? Like, you a blessed man for real, bro.
You gotta understand, by him doing those free workouts, that's what led to
He poured.
Green Bay picking up the phone and saying, "Hey, Jerry, it's like if parents don't see that this man is training the highest level athletes and they're implementing what he's training into their play on Saturdays and Sundays, and I don't know what to tell you.
Let me
man.
He's in our
Speaking on
own
that.
He's in our own
How
back.
did that come about?
He's right
How
here.
did,
That
when
Green
I got
Bay.
NFL guys, I'll tell you a funny story. While I was working at Bomberito Performance Systems over in
Davey, yeah.
and then we had a coach named Adam Boyley who was over there too with me. So we became real tight. And then I believe, Adam Boyley ended up leaving the facility, and then he ended up, I believe, starting his own thing.
System 8, right?
Yeah, System 8.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I remember he called me out the blue, like, "Hey, Jerry, man, I got Melvin Gordon over here, man." I said, he wants to work. Well, I want you to work with him. So I go out there, I'm like, Melvin Gordon. I said, I'll give you a funny story. Melvin Gordon was the first NFL running back that I did a teach tape on.
Okay.
So that's how crazy the universe is that he was the first NFL. And this one, he was at Wisconsin.
At Wisconsin, okay.
And then I remember coming out to the field, and I promise you, I didn't even know who Melvin Gordon was because I never really seen him in person. I said, "Yo, Melvin."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, he right there." I'm like, damn. Melvin like 6.
He big, yeah.
6'1", NFL 6'1".
Yeah.
So that's really like 6'2.5". You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this, I'm like, God damn, like, because I'm used to 5'8", the average
5'8",
running backs.
5'10".
I never really seen a running back like at 6'2". And then we ended up working out. He loved it, and then we just kind of just rolled from there. And the one thing about the NFL, it's a word of mouth thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, you looking good because that's the year you made it to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And man, who you working with? You know what I'm saying? I'm down in Florida with Systems 8. I work with running back coach. And after him is Giovanni Bernard, James White, and then Devin Singletary, and then,
Motor,
the list,
Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like it just keeps flowing. It just keeps flowing.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't really like Devin right now. He killing the Dolphins, man.
Shout out to Motor, man.
Yeah, Motor got us looking crazy right now.
I love Motor. But that's how I kind of started off with me. Melvin Gordon was the first person I trained, and then it just kind of just went from there.
So that phone call,
Were you
how
shocked?
did it happen?
No. It was just my boy just called me and said, "Hey man, come work with me."
No.
So you
After
go
the
Green Bay.
The Green Bay.
So I'll tell you that story. My bad.
Yeah.
So I was up at the combine 2 years ago, the year before the COVID.
Before COVID.
Okay.
So I was up there and I went up there. Chris Chambers, shout out to Chris Chambers. And man, I ain't gonna lie, I just went up there, man. I ain't had money or nothing. Honestly, I was, because me and my lady, we just had moved and stuff like that. So I said, screw it, I'm just go. So I bought a ticket. I roomed with Chris, and I tell people these stories because I ain't staying no 5-star hotel. I slept on a man couch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So but Chris Chambers, since he was an ex-NFL athlete, he had access to everything. You know what I'm saying? So when I was down at the combine, I'm seeing, just all these NFL gurus just walking down the street like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
And I remember that night at the bar, one of the agents, I know he represents a lot of the coaches in the NFL. So he bought out one of the bars. It was open bar. So all the NFL coaches went there. And I remember walking in, and I remember just talking to Chris, and then I just hear Seymour, and I turned around, and it was Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur, okay.
Yeah, with Green Bay, and he was at Central Michigan when I was there.
Oh, wow.
He was a GA.
Okay.
At Central Michigan. And I was like, "What's up?" So we got to talking. He was like, "Hey man, just let me know, is there anything that I can do for you?" I said, "You know what? Give me an internship." You know what I mean? He said, "You know what? I got you." And then his assistant was at Central Michigan as well. His name is Daryl something. I forget his last name. He'll just email me and we good. So I emailed him the next day. He hit me back. He said the ticket's booked and you'll be up in a month.
Yeah, that's big,
Man,
man.
that was crazy, man. It's just to be in one of the most historical football.
Football,
teams.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lambeau Field, man.
Seeing Vince Lombardi State.
Who were the running backs at that time? Was Aaron
they
Jones
had
there?
Aaron Jones. They
Okay.
had Jamal Williams.
Okay.
They had Bibbs.
Okay.
I forget his first name. His name was Bibbs, and I think that was it. And they had just they just drafted the rookie, who was at Notre Dame that year. So it was about 4 running backs.
Okay,
Mhm.
so let me ask you this question. So, running backs that go in the draft late, right?
Mhm.
How do you see them as talent wise? Because obviously the running back position is, I guess you could say, I don't want to say that it's devalued, but it's devalued in money.
Yeah, for sure.
In money.
Yeah.
So is it harder to make the league as a running back?
I think it is harder. Honestly, it's harder, but it's easier. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is carrying 3 running backs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? High 5. And that 5th guy gonna be a special teams guy. He's just gonna be like a fill-in.
Yeah.
But if you a late guy just like Aaron Jones, he didn't get drafted till like the 5th, 6th round.
And Jamal Williams.
Yeah, Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
And what happens is the good thing about getting drafted late and you do good, your contract comes around
Yeah.
sooner.
Yeah, comes around fast. Yeah.
Saquon, he gonna be with the Giants for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before he even, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna renew his contract.
Yeah.
Before then. So to kind of answer your question is like it's just so many good running backs. You know what I'm saying? So that even if you get drafted late, if you do good,
You do your thing.
you get your contract early. If not, then you're gonna be a practice squad guy and probably out the league. So yeah, it is hard for running backs.
What would be your advice to not just high school but collegiate running backs that want to perfect their craft? Like what do you tell them? What is like your off the field preparation for these running backs?
For me, like football wise, like when they try to pick a college, first and foremost, you got to pick a college that fits your style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go to a college that fits your style. Like if you a big running back like me, you know, personally, I put it on ice. You know, I think Thad should have went to Michigan State. I don't think he should have went to UM.
Hey, I always say that
He's a Big Ten running back.
For some reason I think South Florida kids do well in Big Ten.
Yeah, like shout out to the kid at Deerfield who committed to
Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's just my advice to them. And then if you are one of those guys, you got to know what kind of running back you are. If you're an explosive guy like Rooster,
Yeah.
then you can go to a running back system and be third, you know, to a rotation. But if you're a guy who needs about 15, 17
get going.
carries, go mid-major. Get your carries, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Build up your value and then kind of go from there. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of running backs who are build-up guys or guys who need about 10,
Who
15 carries,
needed to get it going?
they're
Yeah.
going to these Power 5 schools and they're only getting like 4 or 5 carries.
Yeah.
So
And then
the school choice is the issue.
that's
a big
why I
issue.
tell them make sure you pick the right school. You
Listen, so there was a particular athlete that a running back that I was speaking to a few weeks ago, and you know he's telling me about whatever schools he was interested in. So I asked him like, man, you ever thought about going to Wisconsin? He was like, they ain't never holler at me.
Mm.
So how hard how easy or hard is it for a running back in high school that's has a big name to reach out to a school to be recruited?
I mean, it really truly is about timing too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these Power 5 schools, as I said, they carry like 4 or 5 running backs.
Yeah.
So if they don't have 2 guys graduating, then they're not gonna look at you.
Okay.
Especially with the transfer portal, that like they looking for ready now guys right now.
Right.
I'm trying to get a running back recruiter right now, but the coach saying, look, we looking for guys who's already
Jobs are on the line, dog.
You know what I mean? So it's harder than ever for not even just for running backs, it's any school.
Any athlete,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But if you have your eyes set on a school, you better have your eyes set on like 3-4 schools.
Yeah.
Because that school
There
may
you go.
not be available. Yeah, Clemson could be my right now school, but by the time I graduate, you know what I'm saying, and they got 4 running backs, I need to look at another school.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Listen,
it's a time. It's all about timing.
I hear Coach Jones, he always say, you know, you gotta treat it like a girl. Whoever love you the most, that's who you need to commit to. Yeah.
Even if it's not that brand name,
It might not be the prettiest girl, but you know, she loyal, she love you.
she gonna hold you
Running
down.
backs can go wherever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're making the most out of your carries, you're gonna be all right.
So look at Motor, right? Motor, for instance. A lot of people don't know that Motor was in the Heisman talk his junior year.
Yeah.
At FAU quietly though.
Mhm.
I think he led the country in rushing that year.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he led it, and also he had like over like 700 receiving. I believe.
Yeah. And then he went what? Third round?
Mhm.
Third, fourth round, Motor went.
Yeah, I think he went 3rd round. Remember his backup? They rush for over 1,000. Reese White. He
Yeah,
only had over 800, and he was a special teams demon.
yeah,
He got picked up in like the 4th, 5th round in
Yeah.
Chicago.
to Chicago. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, like you just gotta make sure wherever you go, you dominate.
Now you made a good point
Mhm.
when you said Thad should have went to Michigan State.
That's
Yeah.
big.
That's like
Yeah.
That's
You
big.
you see it. You don't think about it, but when he just said it, like you see it, like oh,
Well, I
you'd have
think
been.
he's
He
built-
probably would have been different.
He's built like a Michigan State running
Right.
back. He's over 6 foot, the tall. He needs to get a little bit leaner, but he's built like he has Michigan State written all over him.
Yeah.
Wisconsin,
history.
all that.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah.
I think running backs from Florida, if you can go where it's cold and do well, you out of there, man.
So, do you
why
think
do you? Go ahead, D.
they cater to the big running backs now
Who's-
nowadays? Just
Not necessarily. I think put it like this: a scout when they walk in and they see a Derrick Henry, it makes their jaw drop. So they. I don't necessarily say they cater to a big running back, but put it like this: if I recruit a 6'3" guy who runs a 4.3, opposed to this 5'10" guy who runs a 4.3, on paper this 6'3", 225, 4.3 guy, if he don't pan out, the coach look on paper. Would you have recruited this too?
Yeah.
So it saves their job. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, they just cater to the big running back.
because I have a kid that I hear nobody talk about, but he got like over 1,000 yards rushing,
Mhm.
or 300 yards receiving,
Mhm.
and I think like 18 touchdowns.
Mhm.
But nobody never speak on him. I hear about the Mark Fletchers. I
Mhm.
hear about the Hulk, low key. I hear about
The Bullets.
Bullets, but
Mhm.
I never hear nobody mention Desmond Reed.
Oh yeah, I love Desmond.
But
I
I
love
You know
Desmond.
what I'm saying? I feel like nobody's
It's
talking
a
in the
size
media.
thing. It's a size
Where's he
thing.
at? Where he at?
Miramar.
Yeah, Miramar.
Miramar. Explosive,
Yeah.
fast.
The
Yeah.
only
Cut on a dime.
the only player in the regular season that scored on the Black Hole.
Change direction, fast. I remember Des since he was at Miramar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're special, man.
Fast.
So
I
he
never-
was the X factor against
Yeah.
Dillard.
yeah,
He was the
yeah.
X factor.
I've
against
never
them
seen
before he
nobody
got hurt.
that fast and can cut on a dime like that. You know what I mean? To change direction.
What
And obviously it's just his size. You know
is
what I
it?
mean? Like
5'8"?
5'7", 5'8".
Ah, shit.
I give him 5'7".
How tall is Worm?
Worm like 5'7".
Yeah,
5'7",
5'7".
5'8".
Yeah. Me and Warren Park, a little bit taller than me, probably the same height.
Yeah.
Warren Park.
So is that a result of Des being at the wrong school?
I was just about to tell. I was just about to say.
If he's at St. Thomas with those type of numbers,
he would definitely be looked at.
Yeah.
He would definitely be looked.
Most
I
definitely.
think that's a given. If he was at St. Thomas, he would definitely.
What
be
about
looked
him?
at.
Because honestly, Roger Harriet, you know what I'm saying? Roger Harriet himself. If a coach come to Roger Harriet, or just St. Thomas, if you at St.
Yeah,
Thomas,
yeah, that's a bad.
It just pumps up your
Well,
value just a little bit.
What
more.
about Champion?
I mean, they had.
What-
I mean, they did.
They
have,
had Donovan Jones.
Donovan Jones. And
Mark, where he
Donovan
committed
Jones,
to?
yes.
Mark, where he committed to?
I think he.
He's at Western Carolina.
Western Carolina, yeah.
That's where
Carolina.
Dez committed to?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, committed to Western Carolina. But Donovan Jones should have went. He should have went D1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think FCS, he will get his carries, he will get his show, but Donovan could have easily played in the MAC. You know what I'm saying? He could have went to a Toledo, or something,
Ohio or
Michigan, you know
something
what I
like
mean?
that.
You know what I mean? It's just basically wherever you go, if you go to a bigger school, it just pumps up your value a little bit more.
So let me ask you this, Coach. You got a kid like so Dez, right?
Mhm.
If Dez goes to Central, him and Ian about the same size, huh?
Yeah, about the same size.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ian's being recruited.
Yep.
So we can say that sometimes going to the wrong school in high school, it can hurt you.
I don't think I'm gonna say wrong school. Like
Honestly,
Jerry
let me say
said.
this before you say this. I think Desmond Reed will get that offer, but it's going to be late.
I hope so because he
what happens is,
deserves it.
but the thing is, I could get it. Yeah, and Desmond Reed is Desmond Reed, but honestly, with a lot of these Power 5 schools, I could get a Desmond Reed at 6 foot somewhere in Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
So that's the question I wanted to ask you. So in
You know what I'm
the NFL, right? Because in high school we throw it around a lot. I don't know how it is from getting to college to the NFL. Does who you playing matter? Because you can run for 5,000 yards and you playing pure garbage.
No, it really don't matter because I remember talking to one of my college athletes at the college. He was at the guy who was starting over him,
Mhm.
well, who they recruited over him, had all these stats, played in, I believe he was in Georgia somewhere.
Okay.
Playing against.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cupcakes.
Yeah. Basically, and he was like, look, he went to college. He just couldn't transition.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So for me, I love little running backs. I was one. You know what I mean? So there's a special place in my heart for them.
Yeah.
But they just get overlooked, or they're just the last pick of the litter. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a Worm. Worm was just different. And I think Worm and Desmond I wouldn't say they had the similar running styles, but they were very, very close.
Very, and like I say, one
and that's
I feel
big
like
shoes.
one was
fill,
at a better situation than the other one.
There was a big shoes.
He said there's who?
Yeah.
No, and Worm.
He's saying that Worm and Dez. Worm was in a better
Chaminade is a bigger platform.
Yeah.
It's all about the platform for real.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
It's all about the platform. And no disrespect to Miramar, but like I said, you put Desmond at a bigger school, he gets that offer.
Boy, you put that and Shaman off it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
With Rowe?
Yeah.
With Coach Rowe?
Yeah.
Him and Bullet together. Oh Lord, boy.
Council Christmas.
For real, boy.
So Jared, if somebody would have asked you, Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley out the league, would you have said no way?
Yes, I would have said no way in hell.
So this is a question that I want to ask you, right?
Bell in the lead, though.
Yeah.
Bell in the league.
Yes, he just got
This is a question I want to ask you.
recently.
The last, me and say we had this argument. The last 5-6 running backs to get paid, they either on the practice squad or they ain't playing.
Yeah.
Look,
Devontae Freeman was the
Devontae Freeman got paid.
Yeah.
He bouncing around. He could barely keep a job.
Yeah.
McCaffrey got paid.
He on IR again.
Yeah, he hurt.
Hamstring.
Dalvin got paid.
Dalvin got paid.
Dalvin got paid.
Dalvin got paid.
He just got paid.
He just got paid.
though.
He just got paid.
I'm gonna be real
But
with you.
Dalvin-
Derrick Henry, if I'm Derrick Henry, keep franchise tagging me. I'm gonna hit you off for 20 million a year.
He
I'm
got-
just
he
saying.
He got paid.
But they didn't get max deals though.
He didn't get a max deal.
Henry didn't get a max deal.
Oh.
Dalvin Cook didn't get a max deal either. I don't think.
Nah, he didn't get a max deal.
Couldn't get a max deal.
I don't think so.
He was trying, but
So what's the? Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like these running backs, like 3-4 years in the league and kick rocks, like unless you just
Nobody.
Yeah, bro. I think honestly, it's just really the running back position. It's a tough position because it's the only position where you actually have to run, block, and catch. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like when you're carrying that ball, you're getting tackled. Even those soft hits, that's still
a hit.
damage.
Wear and
You know what I'm
tear.
saying? You may not feel it. You may not feel it right then and there, but somewhere down the line, you're gonna feel it in the long run. So what I think they need to do is, and I wanted to use Christian McCaffrey as an example, but I'm gonna use Alvin Kamara. Somebody who knows how to fall, somebody who don't take hits.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
he preserve his body.
He preserve his body. He knows how to
preserve
do it.
He's treating it as a business.
Yeah, absolutely. So as a running back, you have to be smart. You know what I mean? Like you just can't always get hit. Sometimes you got to run out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a tough. It's a tough scenario, man, because these guys do drop like flies.
Travis said a valuable point just now. Those schools value their O-line as well. The Michigan States, the Iowa.
Yeah.
So it's like when you go to a school like No Knock Show, don't be mad at me. But when you go to a school like
Florida State, yeah.
Don't say you won't travel.
When you
go to school like Florida State and Miami,
when you go to a school like Hurricanes and Florida State, where they don't put, I'm not gonna say they don't put emphasis on it, but they don't. Hey, we want them hogs. That's gonna move. That's gonna block. Like the Michigan States, the Wisconsin. That's what they do. So that's why I see. I guess what Travis is saying. Like that should have went to a Wisconsin. Where these boys. Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna take you and I'm taking you to the goalpost. Castle Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the O-line is valued from South Florida schools like that.
No, not necessarily, because, and I'll give you an example what Travis said. He said, he said when a running back go to on a college visit, the first thing he needs to look at or go talk to is the O-line coach.
O-line coach.
Straight up.
Say that
one more time for the people in the back.
As a running back, if you go to a college and you visit, and the first person you should want to talk to is the O-line coach, just to see what's his mentality and what
That's
kind of
big,
because
boy.
the players have to take on his mentality.
Fact.
what I
Hey,
mean?
Trav, boy, them gyms right there, Trav, boy.
Jim.
No. Hey, we might have to charge. That's it.
Yeah.
Listen, $9.99, man. I go to Cash App.
That's real.
No, absolutely.
Jerry,
Hey,
do
man,
you
that's
think-
real,
Do you
boy.
think the Browns running game is
Best in the league.
Oh.
Best in the league.
One of the best.
do you think they're
Best in the
underrated?
One of the
Who?
best.
The Browns?
I think
The running game of the Browns?
Yeah,
Nick Chubb is so underrated, so
100%.
undervalued. It's
He-
not
he-
even funny.
No,
That's why I asked you that.
He ain't get paid.
No.
They gave that man like a $2 raise.
So what's
He got an extension.
He got it. It was
You know what? He was undervalued.
So why-
He was
so-
underrated.
Yes.
So
You
what
put me
makes-
on Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
What makes the Browns running game so dangerous? Because I watch it.
They got a running back by
They got
committee.
two-
I
though.
watch
two
it.
elites.
I
Yeah,
watch it,
They got a
and
committee.
every week, like, you know, we do the tickets.
They got two
so every
elites.
week.
Oh,
I see the young. I see
You
the
do the ticket,
young.
Right? No, you got two elite running backs. Though.
You do ticket. I don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely. But you got two elite running backs
No,
at the Browns.
I ain't gonna lie, they got Kareem Hunt, they got Chubb.
Kareem Hunt is an elite
Listen,
with nobody with no wears and tear.
My dumb organization could have got Najee Harris, and we settled for.
I see the Browns. The Browns running game is really top 2, top 3
Mhm.
in the league.
You got to
I
understand,
say
you have
top
two
two.
dogs coming from the backfield.
What about the Cowboys?
People don't understand Nick Chubb is lateral.
That's another one. No, I ain't gonna lie.
No.
They
Y'all
running game. They
Nick
running
Chubb
game
can
is
do
not.
everything,
They running
bro.
game is not.
His cutback ability,
Who's
his lateral movement, and then you got Kareem Hunt that's just really just downhill, and he can make you miss too. You know what I mean? And Kareem Hunt is not a little
Those two first, like they can go anywhere and start.
Y'all do know that at one point in time, Nick Chubb was the best running back at Georgia.
Yes.
He tore his ACL.
That's why I say they
Man.
literally got a 1-2 punch. You
That's
can go
what- that's what-
anywhere. Both of them can start anywhere.
Sony only took off because he got hurt.
Yeah.
So
And then you
let's
put
be
the Browns
real.
in a different market. We'll talk more about Chubb. You know what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
Browns is just not in that market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not in the Giants, the Cowboys.
They're not that big. They're not a big market. Yeah,
they're not a big market team.
Who was leading the league in rushing? Ravens.
Oh, the
Cowboys.
team.
I think
or the
Cowboys.
players?
Ravens.
I think Cowboys.
I don't know.
I think Dallas.
As a
No,
team,
I think it's
overall?
Ravens. I
As a
think it's
team?
Ravens. It was Ravens
As a team,
As a team,
as a team.
I don't
It
know.
might be Dallas.
it might be Dallas.
It's
or Ravens.
definitely not Dallas.
Dallas. If Dallas ain't one, they
And
two.
Zeke number 3 in rushing.
They got a real good 1-2.
You didn't know that.
And so that was my next question to y'all. Right, Zeke is the only running back right now
That's paid.
that caught that big check, and he's still on the roster.
Yeah.
So
It's
do-
Ravens.
It's
So-
Ravens, right?
so
What was your question?
Zeke is the only running back
If
right
you
now
don't know
that-
football,
that-
man.
that caught a
I
big check,
disagree with you.
Mhm.
and that's still on the roster. So is it that does Zeke still have value, or is it that Jerry Jones is just a pan freak?
Well,
No, but
he's still producing.
Zeke had an off year last
Yeah, he
year.
had an off year last.
I understand that, but so
He didn't take wear and tear last year.
but what I'm saying is, somebody like Devontae Freeman, right? If he had an off year like he did in Atlanta, they cut him.
But he had a lot of injuries though.
Yeah, he was injured.
Yeah, he was
He's
injured.
injured prone. He's injured prone.
And that's not Zeke a great point. Zeke lost weight.
Yeah, okay. So he got
Zeke
right.
body structure was like now he's like, oh, this I gotta use him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now he got another 2 or 3 loosely
What
at
you-
the
what-
Cowboys.
And also, he got that young buck behind him. that's pushing him.
You
I
ain't
love
you ain't hear what he
Pollard.
said? You ain't hear what he said about Paula? Man said, I love this man. Why? Because I'm getting up there in age. And
Yeah,
after 3-4 carries, I know we don't miss a beat.
Pollard is the real
He
deal.
said, "We don't
Sometimes
miss a
for running
beat."
I
backs,
told you he better than Zeke to me.
He said,
No.
Zeke said, I love this
No,
young
no,
boy.
You know
I
what?
say it on wax. I like Pollard.
No, you know what? Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. Those two right there can go anywhere.
Pollard go anywhere and start
No,
too.
no, he won't be what he's a counterpart in that
The only reason
offense.
Nick Chubb is, not Nick Chubb, but
If
Zeke
we-
is the starting running back because he got paid
So,
that money.
If we put Pollard as a starting running back, he won't be number 3 in rushing.
You on
He won't be,
you
man.
on drugs.
He won't be.
Wait,
You put Pollard with the Dolphins. Does he start?
Yes. I'm a Dolphins
Does he
fanatic.
produce?
I don't
Yes.
have a whole line in front of him.
Like what he's doing now?
He don't have a whole line in
But
front of
when
him.
you said he won't go nowhere to start. That was-
Start.
Oh
You
no,
start.
he'll probably start, but he won't do.
I'll tell him
You won't be like,
man,
oh no, I got Pollard. I love Pollard.
I'll take him
any-
over man and did, hey man, hey, get out of here.
Any running back come to Dallas gonna put those numbers up. Man.
Sometimes, sometimes it's the system.
But
No.
You forget about DeMarco Murray.
It ain't the system.
You forget about DeMarco Murray.
Come on, bro. Let me tell you something.
But credit to
You
Dallas
remember
pass
DeMarco
game,
Murray
too.
led the league in the rushing.
The pass game helps out.
Kane-
The pass game is
DeMarco Murray came, led the league in rushing,
Okay.
dominated the league.
And they cut him.
In 2 years, he went for 2 different teams.
Yeah, but again, he got paid. He was up in age,
Mhm.
and y'all had the best O line in the NFL.
He was up in age. That year, he left the following year.
He retired, and then he retired the year after that.
No,
DeMarco Murray did 2 years after Dallas and
he
retired.
went to Tennessee.
Okay,
No use for him. He
y'all
he
had
sucked.
so you
So went to the
You
Eagles.
just made that
Went to
point.
the Eagles.
You just made that point. It
So
goes out to that O-line.
He did pretty good at the Titans.
so
He did because that's when they had. That's when he was behind Henry, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
But
So-
one thing about the Titans, whatever running back they got
They
is
finna go.
successful.
because of the O line. Same with Dallas.
No, I'm not knocking. I'm
Y'all
not knocking
O-line,
that.
y'all got a good O line.
Yeah.
So how does Titans win? How do they win games with the quarterback only throwing for 130 to 150 yards?
Blocking, bro. Everybody blocks. All you got to do is have a good, decent run game. And I hate that quarterback over there. He's not really a quarterback.
That's crazy.
I can't stand him.
He got 115. We gave him 115, right?
Oh yeah.
The Titans is just a mentality team, bro. They're gonna run the ball down your throat, and they do it very, very well.
Yeah.
They do it very well. And everybody blocks. Have you looked at Brown, the number one, the receiver? AB.
Oh yeah, he
Brown?
did. Yeah,
See
let
Mahomes?
me 11. Yeah.
And then they got another freak show, Julio Jones.
Julio Jones, yeah.
They get them hands on them DBs, and it's just a wrap.
Right.
It's just
So-
a wrap. They run the ball very, very well.
Go back to DeMarco Murray.
Okay.
Oh, this is-
No. I was like, no. We're talking about running backs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what Jerry Jones did, like, I hated him for that.
But you had Zeke.
No, we ain't had Zeke.
When Zeke came next year?
Next year, they ran DeMarco Murray 400 times
Okay, so
and gave him the boot.
yeah,
Like,
they do.
It's a
and
business,
we
homie.
Business.
it's a business.
It's
So
a
now
business,
we
homie.
knocked it, Le'Veon Bell.
for sitting out.
It's like he's a cat, like Henry.
Hold on. So Le'Veon Bell, what Le'Veon Bell should have did, he should have took that money.
Should have
That's
took
what
the
he should
money.
have took the
From
money.
Pittsburgh?
But they wasn't going.
But
At
as a running
Pittsburgh
back,
did.
you got to think as a running back. If they offering me $2 million less than the highest paid running back. But if I go to any other team, is any other team gonna fit my style of running? So you got to be like, okay, I'm gonna take this $2 million loss just so I can extend my career for another 4 or 5 years. Opposed to saying, you know what, I ain't taking that 12 million because I want 14. So I'm gonna go over to this team that don't really fit my style.
Jets.
Now look at me. Yeah, I'm gonna go to
Looking
the Jets.
stupid.
And now,
I said that.
now I'm out here jumping from team to team. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really think about your career.
Is Le'Veon
Because-
playing?
Barely.
And this is what I'm saying. Say this. You paid Tannehill.
150.
You
Bro,
paid
no, I didn't
Tannehill.
talk about that.
150
You paid
yards.
Tannehill
Dolphins without-
to give Derek the ball.
What disgusted me is last year when they played
No, the
somebody in the
Dolphins-
playoffs.
the
Man only had 78 yards throwing,
Yeah. And they won.
and they won.
And they won. That's
Let me ask you a question, Jerry. Do you feel like development at running back and offensive line and Optimus is watered down? Because you're OC on the high school
Yeah.
right now.
Mhm.
You were at Pace before.
Right.
So how hard is it breaking bad habits from Optimus to high school and when it comes to running back?
Well, as far as running backs, because honestly, I never really had a running back coach coming out of high school. Like I had one, but one who actually taught me how to run the ball. Because a lot of times, like the coach that's coaching you is usually the security guard, or that really the running back position is somebody where they just throw a coach there.
Correct.
All my D1 Power 5 guys, I'm like, yo, what position your running back coach play? Oh no, he was like a tight end. They had Chris Winkie coaching running backs at Southern Miss. You know what I'm saying? So they just throw people there. And then, speaking of Trav, you know what I'm saying, the O-line coach is just usually just a big guy telling guys to block. They're not really showing guys how to get down, move their feet. You know what I mean? So the development of those two positions going into high school is one of those things where they think like the running back, you got it. Nah, you can actually teach this joker how to run the ball.
How to become a running back.
To see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because if the kid is just straight up gifted, I'm gonna teach him the knowledge of the game. So now I'm gonna teach him, what to look for. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You want to press this hole and jump cut. So now I'm not only enhancing his I'm not enhancing his ability to run the ball because he's already gifted at that. I'm just enhancing his mind.
His mind, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And his thought process when he's running the ball.
So what would you tell I guess Optimus coaching staff as far as what running backs need in Optimus? Because
Yeah.
obviously
Advice.
we all volunteers.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for sure,
saying?
for sure,
And
for sure.
none of us are trainers.
Uh-huh.
So what advice would you give that can help or benefit a running back? Because nowadays what we start to see is a lot of bully ball.
Mhm.
So for me, Bullet was the first big kid to run the ball.
Yeah.
Right. In our age group.
Yeah.
Nah,
Who was?
on our age. group.
Yeah.
In our age group. He was one of the first ones that I saw. And then, we say all the time, he ain't gonna play running back when he get to high school, and he gonna be too big. And
Mhm.
look at him now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about an oversized kid running the ball?
I mean, I love it. You know what I mean? If the kid can run, let him run the ball. Because what's happening is you just never know how puberty gonna hit these kids.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like a kid can be a big, chubby kid, and then next by the time he hit the high school,
He lean out.
stretch up a little
Yeah.
bit, he lean out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if the kid has the ability and he's effective at it, let him play it.
Let him
You know what I
play it,
mean?
yeah.
Absolutely.
And just to kind of give the advice, I think it really goes for all positions. You know what I'm saying? Even D lineman, because I think honestly, D lineman is probably one of the most intricate positions and O line that because you got to teach kids how to use their hands and stuff like that. But my advice to them is just understand the position. You know what I'm saying? Watch
Yeah.
some film, learn from people. And you want to do more individual drills because I think what's happening in youth, we just go on to practice and we just going over plays.
Right.
So,
What kind of drills? What kind of drills?
just individual
And
drills.
these matter, coaches.
These matter.
And
bro.
these
Even at high
matter.
school level, it matters because that's your
And
one and only
these
chance
matter.
to keep your kids the footwork up. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
keep the cardio up. We can't just go out there and just call plays. You know what I'm saying? Individual drills. You have to implement individual
You
drills.
just hit it
So-
on the head.
so,
It's a lot.
absolutely.
It's a lot of coaches. They just get out there, run a couple
When
laps,
we implement it,
and just
Right.
get right to it, dog. Like that's not getting the kids ready, dog. Like,
so is it?
Structured practice.
Can we get?
Exactly.
Can we get
Time-
Coach?
time?
But can we get Coach
structured
Billy?
practice.
Can we get Coach Billy to do indies at running back who has no clue?
What do you mean?
Like
But
a
that-
coach
that
who
falls-
has like
that
because
falls-
every
if-
coach
if
not gonna
that-
have
that falls on the
every
head
falls on the head
every
coach,
yeah,
bro.
but every coach not gonna have a running back coach.
But
Let's be realistic.
That's on the head coach, though.
that's
Yep.
on the head
That's on how you-
coach.
To have a running back coach.
That's
on how you
on
build
the
your
head
staff.
coach. You're making excuses now. I'm not gonna take a
I agree with Sid.
Every staff has a running back coach.
A running back
Come on,
coach.
fellas, man, y'all
And
we just
a-
talking,
okay,
bro.
okay.
So
we're not talking not just a running back. You have to build. Listen, an O-line coach can also be a running back coach. You understand what I'm saying? An O-line coach,
your OC could do it.
OC could be a running back coach. Like, but you can't just put X, Y, Z, and ABC on your staff, and they have no knowledge.
So that OC,
What?
so that OC you put at running back, right? He's there. Jerry said, like, damn, what the see?
If Jerry's on the
Because he
staff,
no, because he sees it.
if Jerry's on the
He
staff,
see, no, he's not on the staff. Let's just say like he out there at practice when he sees it.
And what he's saying, like, he don't know what he's out there doing.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question.
Why?
So
But
hold
you know
on.
they offer clinics. They offer.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Continuing education.
There's clinics.
So as coaches,
these are
as
excuses.
as
dog.
so
We all coached on 1 pound.
okay.
Do we have a running back coach?
Sid, when we started coaching, first
Who,
of all,
who was the running back coach?
Nut was the running back coach for us.
We never had individuals. We never
We never
we
did
never
anything
had, we never had
like that.
structured practices. You right?
When we first started coaching, Sid, we were all in our early teens, bro.
Mhm.
We were all 20, 21. We grabbed a bunch of 6-year-olds
Mhm.
and let's go play football, and we damn near made it to the bowl.
Yeah.
It was literally just homeboys coming together.
Mhm.
Hey man, let's go coach some
No, we-
football. So
Y'all, we,
Even
now,
Even
now,
back-
let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you like this. Coach Robert Jones from Plantation, right? When I went to Plantation, that was my first time seeing it on the little league level.
Mm.
Robert Jones, send out the text, 6 to 6:15, stretch. 6:15 to 6:25, this 6:25 to 6:30, water break. And then everything we were getting out of practice at 8:30, 8:25 on the. He don't care where you was at in the drill.
Mhm.
If he said we stopping at 7:15, we're stopping at 7:15. We're going 7:07. We stopping at 7:30. We're going 11:11.
that's
Like,
stretching.
some
That's
teams
stretching
don't really
of
have
a
that
practice.
that's what I'm saying.
Even
We're
for the teams
talking
that don't
about-
have that luxury though, like just say we short staffed. One day we split up, we have an officer day. The next day we have a defensive day.
That's most optimism though,
Yeah,
because
but-
on defensive day, at a part that we know it,
Mhm.
on offensive day, the defensive staff will break up and sit around.
Facts.
But so who does that fall on?
Of course, the head coach.
Okay, then. So there's always enough bodies to.
Yeah,
Hey man,
the bodies is there.
Yeah.
So now
you're
it's
just
up
talking
to
about
you.
the effectiveness
The
of the drill.
effect of the drill. We
So
can do anything all day, every day.
So it's up to that particular adult to want to learn what to teach a kid.
There's
Because
clinics.
what are you out there for anyway,
There's
sis?
clinics.
You out there to teach a kid, right?
Yes.
So what's the difference?
There's clinics. There's nothing wrong with picking up the phone and calling a Coach Strong, calling a Coach Seymour. Send me some drills. These people, you got real deal trainers that'll just
Then y'all
do
call
it.
them YouTube coaches. Then
What do you mean?
Nah, man.
You're learning.
No such thing as you. Because let me tell you something.
You're learning,
If you're teaching a kid something and it's transpiring in the game and you see it, it don't matter if you learn it from the dictionary.
absolutely.
But you can't really knock a coach for trying.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And I would never ever look at a coach and be like, boy, that's let me not say I haven't. But I was like,
That's what I'm saying.
But there's times where I walked over there, hey coach, this is what you want to do, this. But it gotta be on a coach that want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like
There's nothing wrong with coaches
I
learning.
never
bro.
played quarterback.
We're not
I never
saying.
played receiver, but I'm learning, and it's like, okay, this is what we're doing. And I got shout out to Coach Keon Smith, who's the co-officer coordinator, and he's teaching me things, and I'm able to implement it. So
Learning.
I'm willing to learn.
Learning.
We're not questioning of so a
But
coach
you're
is
just talking
learning.
about the effectiveness.
I'm
of
talking
it.
about the effectiveness
It's
on
never.
the position.
It's never gonna be. It's never gonna be a Jerry Seymour if you're just not learning how to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a Jerry
You
Seymour.
can't
if
look
just
for that
learn.
now.
You can't look for that. But what I'm saying
You were
is,
saying, Ben, you were saying, oh, you gotta have a running back coach. You gotta have a.
I'm not. I said what I'm saying is, Sid. If I'm a head coach, it's my responsibility to try to put the best people in position. And if I make you the linebacker coach, you say, bro, I don't know nothing about linebacker. Look, man, the Dolphins, they doing the clinic. This person's doing the clinic. This person's doing the clinic. Let's
That's
get
better.
out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's
That's
get out
better.
there and let's learn as a staff.
That's better.
That's what I'm saying.
Totally agree.
If you telling me, oh, if Strong come in and say, well, I don't know nothing about no O-line. All right, look, bro, we're gonna call Luke.
Totally agree.
We're gonna call Luke, and we're gonna
Great
gonna
point.
learn, goddamn.
Great point.
You got to be
Great
open.
point.
transparent to
Great
learning, dog.
point.
Like,
Great point.
it's too many excuses that it's too many.
But-
Like if with the game, with social media, with these top tier trainers, they're at a phone call away, dog.
Yeah, but
Literally.
like football is not developing right now to that
Hey, Jerry,
because they're
before-
going to get the tough team.
Before we end this, because we're coming down. But let me ask you a question. What if somebody like high school, like I seen somebody put up a list of schools, and would you offer the services, them sending their son, they're sending you their son film, and you break it down and like, I think this school fit him.
Yeah.
Would you
School
feel
level.
comfortable
College.
saying,
Helping the kid with their recruitment.
go to Florida?
Oh yeah.
Say like you don't pay him nothing, they call you. Would you take that pressure?
Yeah, I would take that pressure. I mean, honestly, because really and truly, because I've actually done it. I've actually sent one kid to a college that actually panned out for him, but I never actually crossed that bridge. But I guess I'll cross it when I get there. But I evaluated the film and I said, you know what, I think. But what I never ever say, I believe that this school, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you should go to this school. You know what I mean? I would actually tell a parent, look, I would give them about 3-4 schools. Look, I believe these 3 schools will fit your kid because you can't never just say, all right, this is what it is.
Going to that
You know what
particular
I mean?
school.
Like, you can't just, it just don't rock that way because you never know that OC may go somewhere now the office changes. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna always give them, and I'm gonna let them give the choice. You know, I'm gonna make the choice out of the schools that I pick. Because honestly, if you want to send it, the only head coach that's really stand put way back
Nick Saban.
is Saban. It's
All
Saban.
these LSU
And
rooms
we
going
just
around.
see what happened to Oregon.
He just running an attitude.
That's what I'm saying. And he actually getting the program turned around. And look, he's not coming back
Yeah,
next year.
coming back.
You know what I mean? But I do feel comfortable doing that service. You know what I mean? Like,
So may I ask you how do you feel about 7-on-7 now? Because it done became very important down south. You know, even kids get scholarships from playing 7-on-7 when they travel in these tournaments.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important?
ooh, at first I ain't gonna lie, I hated 707. You know what I'm saying? Just as being a running back, I couldn't stand it. But now I kind of understand it, you know what I'm saying, now that I'm actually coaching in 707s. But the only reason only if it's done right, you know what I'm saying? The quarterback back there taking his drops and stuff like that, it just has to be done the right way. It's a false reality for a lot of these quarterbacks. They get the ball and they just pat the ball, looking side to side, and they want to throw the ball. So me personally, I think 707s are good, but I just think that they just, you know, kids are not really taking the full, or coaches not really utilizing it what it can do for their quarterbacks. You know, DBs is good for because you out there covering, whether you get beat or not. You out there getting you working on your coverages, you squatting, you pressing. But I think for quarterbacks, that's who is damaging more than anything, not just running backs. I mean, not just receivers and DBs. because these quarterbacks, they just sitting back there patting the ball, they're not moving, ain't nobody running at them with their hands up. You know what I mean? So I think the ones who are getting the worst out of it is the quarterbacks, because you're never just gonna throw the ball in this open lane, never ever, or just open gaps. You always got you either rolling out the pocket and throwing it, or somebody in your face. You got to drop move to the side.
And I think that's why us as adults, because that's a great point what he just said.
Yes, it is.
We'll watch kids like 7-on-7 up.
Yeah.
And then when they get in the pads in high school, we quit to scrutinize them. Oh man, he ain't, you know,
because of what they did on 7-on-7.
Yeah.
I would never ever give a kid a crown over 7-on-7.
But let's go back to what he said. Like, I try to teach the kids. I didn't play DB, but one thing that I learned and watched, I don't see too many DBs looking at the quarterback drop. Like when he get in a 3-step drop, what is he looking for? What route is he looking for? They get caught looking at the receiver and never paying attention to the quarterback, and that falls to 7-on-7. They just stand there. So how I know what depth to get if the quarterback not getting in this drop,
right?
So that hurts the DBs too.
Yeah,
so that's why they come.
Yeah, and I love 7-on-7, but it does create a lot of bad habits. It creates a lot of bad habits. And as a good coaches, when you get that kid out of 7-on-7, now you got to unbreak them bad habits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you always re-breaking the bad habits every time. You
so he's saying 7-on-7 is not.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. I just feel like it's good if kids get recruited, but like technical wise, it's really not.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it's just for the quarterback.
No, I agree, because I can't stand short pants players, bro. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Gym short goals, man.
Yeah. It's the same thing, because it's like it's tackle football. You know, if in May they come out there, they number one, and they first and spread, they finna catch everything, and whoop, them pads come on.
A whole
different ball game.
Not just when that first hit.
It's a whole different ball game now.
It's different when you got like
I agree.
Shamar Stewart coming off the edge with the boy from it's different. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta get back into your drops. Okay, he's coming off the edge, and I gotta step up in the pocket. Now I gotta make a decision on what's going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In 7-on-7, you just back there just patting the ball. All right, who I throw it to? I throw it to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I throw it. Yeah. It's not like that. It's not realistic.
Hey, look, we had Leroy ask, "What's your take on 9-on-9 when DNs are rush? Then when they supposed to rush up the field?"
I love it. We need to make that the norm.
What is that?
9-on-9 football.
I like 9-on-9 football. I think on first and second down you should have 2 interior linemen, and on third or fourth you have 2 exterior linemen rushing.
Okay,
that's how you should switch it out. That way you get your O line. I think we should add O linemen in it. Let's be real.
So I know that
9-on-9. I never heard of that.
We actually did it.
Derek big on that.
Yeah, I think Pompano Lightning, something like that. Pompano might have had a team also.
I heard of 8-on-8.
Nah, 9-on-9.
9-on-9.
Wow. And it's more of a flag form. So basically, you have 2 interior linemen. They rush on first and second down, and third and fourth you have 2 outside guys rushing. Now you're utilizing. Now you get your O lineman. Now the O lineman they sitting home eating cupcakes. Now they actually traveling with these 7-on-7 teams, so now they get to get work year round. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I think that's something.
What are the big boys doing in the offseason? Let's be real.
Getting big.
Doing shot put and all that.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's cool that they out there doing shot put and discus, but what are they doing in hands?
No, I'm saying 9-on-9.
Yeah, I love 9-on-9. I wish that they would make that the norm.
They don't got that in Broward, do it.
I don't think they got it.
South Florida got it.
With Craft and Lyman, we did a 9-on-9 camp over at St. Thomas a couple years ago.
How was it turn out?
I loved it.
I know DEFCON was trying to do something like that.
Yeah.
They were trying to do a travel lineman thing to go West Coast, stuff like that.
You have to. I think that's
it makes more sense.
It makes way more sense.
And that gives more continuity to your offense.
Basically.
SFP did it. No,
he like Jerry was saying, it makes you like that quarterback. Now I got real pressure coming.
Yeah, I got real pressure. I got to get out.
That gives that game time.
Exactly.
That game time.
And it really helps. Like the real estate, it really helped the DBs seeing the quarterback drop.
Yeah,
it helped that defensive end come up the field.
Because Darrell just said 7-on-7 is impacting the DBs more than anything because of the no rush.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
but I think at the same time, though, Strong, depending on what tournaments you're playing in, because IMG, everything come off the tee, if I'm not mistaken. So you're gonna kind of be forced to take your drops. You know what I'm saying? Different tournaments have different structures. You know what I'm saying? So But what you are saying is right, because I hear like our 14-year quarterback, I hear Tino sometimes daddy will fuss at him like, move your feet.
Yeah, you got to.
You know what I'm saying?
After we played that 7-on-7 up there in Clewiston, bro, our quarterback got the business because he was just back there. The guy snapping the ball, he just stood there. That's not realistic. You got to move. You got to get dropped. Because what's happening is, just say if we running a 50 series, which was a 5-step drop. If you just standing there, by the time the receiver get his drop, you ready to throw it.
Yeah.
But because you ain't take your 5-step drop. So by the time you get to the break of the route, you back there just patting the ball, ready to throw it. So it's just creating the time to score.
And that's what the habits come in at.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, Jay. Would you ever take a college job?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Have you been presented that opportunity yet?
Not yet. Actually, I turned down the job from Flomo. Flomo offered me the running back coach's job over there, but at the time, I just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't the right time.
The right time, right?
Yeah, it wasn't the right time. Yeah, I sat down with Tim Ice Harris. He offered me the job. And then Hippolyte.
Okay.
Yeah. He called me and he called me back to reconfirm, and I said, you know what, coach, not right now. Because what happens is if I take that college job, I got to drop everything I'm doing.
So I was going to ask you, what happens if you take that job?
I got a running back academy, got to bite the dust, and I wasn't ready to let it go.
Okay.
No, I wasn't ready to let it go.
So you're telling me,
do we got to bite the dust?
Yeah, because
he's gonna be on the recruiting trail.
Yeah, because if I'm a college and then I got to work with a high school kid, that's a form of recruiting, so that I get sanctioned.
Let me ask you this question: is there any way that you can have an intern and teach them?
Yeah, that was my next
what
question.
you know.
Well, you
And
can't.
it be
But no. If he gets a running back who plays the position.
If it ain't Travis, it's dead.
Because let me give you an example. You go to perform, right? You go to perform. You go to Bomberedos. You go to System 8. They have trainers that run classes. So would that be able to?
Nah, bro.
What
about currently doing that right now?
What about if you have a Melvin Gordon? Hey, listen, I'm gonna have my RBA. I'm here, but you're here.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not gonna be.
NFL guys are very particular.
Yeah.
They want to work with who they want to work with.
Well, I'm just okay. For the high school and youth level, could you still do it?
Yeah, you could do it probably at that level.
But where would his time go?
His time is
he has like the intern. He has somebody else filling in.
Like he has RBA.
Yeah, he has RBA.
He has a facility.
I think
when you come to
RBA,
RBA,
the only one that can keep that same.
It's hard, bro.
It's gonna be hard, dog.
It's not the intensity. It's the knowledge of the game. It's the critiquing of the game.
The teaching of the game. Can't nobody do it like him.
Now, if I want interns like my high schoolers right now that's transitioning into college, like those guys, if I wanted to recreate myself, I know those guys could redo what I'm teaching. Because I know, let's go, Jalen, running back at MacArthur, he's up at Benedict. I trained him for about 2-4 years. Jalen Taylor, I don't got his name.
Okay.
He was the running back coach at MacArthur. He was using all my drills, and he was showing me film. They were doing it the right way. So that is a kid who I could use, but he in college right now. Yeah. So all of my kids that I got in high school right now, those would be the ones that I could use later down the road.
So before we go, we have to give Miss Seymour a shout out.
Oh yeah, big time! Shout out to the wife.
And she be cooking them groceries, boy.
Let the people know how they can get in touch with her to get some of that good food.
That tuna macaroni salad.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ!
Shout out to my wife. I love you. You can follow at Tabs Table. That's _tab TABS_table. And even on Facebook, Tori knows Seymour. I'll be tagging it on my page. She sells food at least twice a month. So y'all can get up on it, you know what I'm saying?
If it's twice a month, you know it's good.
Yeah. Listen,
yeah, bro.
She made a tuna like a macaroni salad, tuna macaroni salad.
Oh yeah.
Where we get this?
You can go on my Facebook page. We post it.
They do it twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month. Go on my Facebook page. We do it in Miramar.
Okay,
in that area over there.
Definitely.
But yeah, you can do that. You know what I'm saying?
My answer.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. If your child plays running back and you over the age of 8. Check this man out. And I want to ask you this question. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about parents not, I don't want to say investing financially, but investing the time in outside training?
They need to. They need to, because obviously we just said, like, it's not enough times, and we can't always blame the Optimus coaches, you know what I'm saying? Because they only have 2 hours to work. You know what I'm saying? And some of the kids get there late, parents. So you really working with an hour and a half.
And they want to run plays.
Yeah, and you got to run plays. Sometimes that's really all you left with, you know? Yeah, so that's all you got time for. So you got to get your kid the extra work in the off season, because that's what they built. You know what I mean? You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to get your kid a scholarship, you got to make that investment.
Now, earlier you said I never sent my son to where it got 3 running backs.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Then we talked about a certain school that damn near have it.
Central.
God damn, that's another one.
You go to Central, man. Listen, man.
That's another one. So that's another
Who
one.
was the first one you was talking about?
St. Thomas.
STA.
St. Thomas, yeah.
Yeah. I would never say.
They
Because they got a kid over there, Xavier Terrell, who came from IMG. I think he got
Number
I'm
25.
that's
Yes,
25.
yes,
So you got
25.
Hank, 25, and Sands.
And he still got
And he still
Jordan.
got Jordan Lyle.
Still got Jordan.
25, 22,
Oh, I
2,
forgot about Jordan.
and 21.
Jordan Lyle.
Still got
Still
Jordan Lyle.
got
You know,
Jordan.
I just can't do it personally. You know, just from the understanding of playing the position and understanding what kind of running back my son is. And my son is just not that guy who can score right off the back. If I feel like my son needs his carries, I'm not taking him to a school where they got 3 running backs.
So
You know what I mean?
So do you feel
Because
like
now you're
Shaq-
running different. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm at a school and I got 3, 4 running backs and I'm getting a carry, now I'm trying to do too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Because now if I get a 6-yard gain, I know, okay,
I'm coming out.
I'm gonna still get another 6.
Oh,
7,
right.
8
If
carries.
you're still
Yeah.
Now if I get a carry and I only get 8 yards and they pull me out, like, what does that do to my confidence?
You can't get
Yeah.
more.
You really can't get going. You know what I'm saying? So just for me, that's just mentally, you just really playing on the running back's mental. Because look at Naquan Wright. You know what I'm saying? Over at Florida. You know,
Man, listen.
6 carries. Naquan is not a 6 carry back.
I don't get it.
He is not a 6 carry back.
Nope.
That's just how they do it at Power 5. That's just the new way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is it that it's the new wave, or is it that
Shout out to Coach Rowe, man.
because Bama, they live and die with number 4. I feel like Bama live and die with whoever they got their horses on, like they main horses.
Bama usually use like 2
Two
guys.
running backs. They got
Georgia also. I feel
they
like
got
Georgia
number
live and die
6.
with Zamir White.
at
Yeah.
Bama.
They'll have
Sanders.
their guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Cook. Cook,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
really getting toast like that. Like, you know, he getting
Could have went to
4,
Florida
5
State
carries,
and killed it.
You know? So,
Like
I
his
mean,
brother.
do I want to play on my son's mental like that? Nah, man. We going somewhere with
Yeah, that's
1, 2,
real.
maybe 2 backs at most. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, before we go, shout out to True Prep Academy, salute Saints.
Hey man, shout out Coach Mario, man.
Yes, sir.
Mario.
Coach Keon, Coach Sack, Coach Diego, Coach CJ.
Shout out to them
all
boys,
y'all,
man.
RBA, man.
So last question. Do you think track is important for any
Oh,
athlete?
good question.
Yes,
Any
big time.
football athlete?
Big time. I think track, because once you're running, you're getting faster. You know what I mean? Like, only way to get faster is to run. You know, me personally, I think, some athletes may need wrestling. Even basketball is good too. You know,
Yeah.
especially if you're playing like guard. Learn how to
How to
finesse
move.
players, find gaps. Move your body in ways and get penetrate to the hole. So it all just translates. So if I know I'm not a fast guy, I need to play. You know what I mean? I need to run some track.
I always said wrestling is
Wrestling is great.
one of my neighbor. He played no Optimus ball because he was too big.
Mhm.
Dude by the name of Colin Cole.
Okay.
He went to South Plant.
Mhm.
Ended up he was state champ, 3-4
Mhm.
year state champ. Went to South. He was benching like 350, 360.
Mhm.
Went to Iowa full ride. Didn't even get drafted.
Mhm.
Tried out. Think he did like the Lions.
Mhm.
And your boys paid him. Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay paid him.
They paid him for he did like 12 years in the league,
Mhm.
undrafted.
Right.
And guess what he always say got him right?
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, for sure.
He was a D lineman. He said wrestling.
But track does
wrestling
make you
got
faster.
him right.
And it's really about understanding your son. Like, if I know my son is a speed guy and we don't really need track and he want to play basketball, we can take that. We can
Yeah.
go that
Right,
route.
right,
But
right.
if I know my son is not a really fast guy and he wants to play basketball, okay, I got to give him speed training along with him playing. You got to let your kids play what they want to do.
So track over 7-on-7.
Ooh.
Hey, Trav just said a big thing, boy. The clock don't. Hey, what do you say?
What do you say?
Track forces you to look in the mirror, boy.
Yeah.
That clock don't lie.
Yeah.
No, answer the question.
Track over 7-on-7.
It depends. I think it depends in my opinion.
Depends.
I think it depends in my
It's a
opinion.
tough one.
Man, listen. I know I know
I gotta look down on that one.
Dilla got them horses over there.
Yeah.
They don't play no 7-on-7. Besides Bug. And the rest of the boys play 7-on-7?
4x1.
On that 4x1?
Honestly,
4x1.
No.
honestly, track over 707. Track over 707.
I agree.
Track. Because honestly, you run track for a living. You got spring ball coming right there.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, these kids need a break.
Corey, you don't like that, Corey. You over there frowning.
These kids, hey man, these kids.
You don't like that.
I believe kids need to take a break from the game.
Now that's
why you
big
get a
right
lot
there.
of kids who get burnt out.
They get burnt out,
They
yeah.
get burnt out.
You know
'Cause
why?
college gonna really test your love for the game. Because really and truly,
It's a
college, you're in the,
business.
yeah, bro, college, you
You
in
know
the
what?
weight room more than you on the field.
Is it the kids?
That's what.
We got it. When you say burnt out,
In high school,
it's the parents.
Nah, you get kids too.
Football is year round, bro.
Dog, I'm telling you, when you go to college, it's a lot of guys who get burnt out. Like,
Oh,
man, I
agree.
just don't want to play this.
Agree, because like I said, parents who's forcing kids
NFL too.
after
Yeah.
they season. Oh, let's go do this All-Star. Let's go do this. We got to do this.
Yeah.
We got to do it. You don't
No.
get that kid a break.
but let's be real though.
That's
That's because everybody want their kid. They want to be able to post their kid.
But at the same time,
Social-
you as your
social
kids
media.
as your agent, I'm not having my
There you
son
go.
play contact football.
You gotta know when to shut it
There you
down.
go.
You gotta know when to
There you
shut
go.
it down.
Hell, I
Yeah.
don't give a damn what platform it is.
Hey,
You got to think about the head injury, especially if he's a running back. That's a lot of contact.
What age do you feel like kids should start playing football?
I think middle school. Middle school.
So you said 11 you.
Middle school.
Well,
6, 7,
yeah.
12,
11
12.
12.
11 you, 12 you, 13
Well,
you.
let me take that back. Because the thing is, a lot of parents are scared of the concussion protocol. Like, oh, I want my kid to get a concussion. Ain't no kid 8U running that fast that's gonna give each other a concussion.
It can happen.
You think so?
I think
You ever made an 8 or 9-year-old who caught a concussion?
I think it can happen. Let me tell you why I think it happens. I think it happens because of the development and practice of tackling. So if you got kids that's
Leading with the
they're
head.
spearing each other
Yeah, leading with the
consistently,
For you to get a concussion at 8 and 9,
Yeah, that's-
you got to be.
No, that's never
Lying.
happened. That's never happened.
you don't think it's possible? Bird caught a concussion on you.
No,
Yes.
Aaron, he went to Iowa.
When we played,
Bird caught a concussion. He did.
Bird ain't playing against
At the Bucks.
Washington Park.
At the Bucks.
That week, he
So,
caught a concussion
at
on
the
purpose.
That's
No,
one
at
out
the
of how
Bucks
many
field.
cases, though? One out of
I'm just saying it happened,
I
though.
got you. But that's one out of that's very.
Bird caught one.
Bird caught
at the
one.
Bucks. I remember that one. I think B took him to the hospital after that.
Yeah, helmet on.
Bitch Keith lit his ass up in practice. I'll never forget it.
I got to go back and see that one.
Call Berlin. Confirm that. You on the live.
I just
My
feel
dog,
like 8 and 9.
my dog plays soccer now.
I just feel like 8 and 9.
But
It's-
you should be playing flag at that age, and then
Yeah.
So you saying,
But you think-
sixth
do you-
grade is when
yeah.
But you
an
don't-
athlete should come out and play tackle football.
Yes.
Sixth
You don't
grade.
think they lose like
No.
you're
Damn.
new?
No, because it goes back to what I told y'all before. When you're 11, 12, 13 years
You
old,
develop.
you know if you want to do this shit.
Yeah.
You know your balls drop, your
Right.
maturity drop, you in puberty.
I don't think y'all just heard what just happened.
What's that?
Seymour just killed a lot of dreams, man.
I mean,
Kids should not, in his opinion, which is his opinion, they shouldn't touch the field
it's-
today 11 years.
it's-
But honestly, you would get a lot of this
A lot of
is
NFL guys
a lot of
say-
NFL guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a spots like damn, well, you're right, because they see what their body's going through.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And they like, man.
So if they would have preserved themselves from 5 to 11 by just getting right.
Because
training.
5, 6, 7, 8 don't really mean nothing. Dog.
It don't. But you
It
know
don't.
what? You know what? It go back to this. You'll get a kid who
What?
played at 11, who just started playing football at 11.
Mhm.
Now we know how big football is down here in South Florida. Now you get that first year kid as a coach. Now these days it's like, I got a first year player. Let me see what he can do.
That's
I'm
true,
not gonna
that's
give
true.
him. I'm not
That
gonna
is
give him
true.
the same opportunity I'm giving this kid who built me since he was 5 years old.
That's true. That is
So
true.
your window's small.
But I'm gonna give you a perfect
Small,
example.
But go ahead.
Well, he played at 8U.
Who that?
Ryan, Rob Matson.
Yeah.
Keep on seeing 8U. He ain't played 5, 6, 7.
No, yeah, he didn't know.
And when he jumped on the scene, like
Like a
But
man.
that's not. That's.
I'm just
AU
saying.
AU
How old was it when he jumped on the scene?
8 you
8 turning 9.
at the Ravens.
But he didn't play that 4, 5, 6, 7.
I mean, I
No,
think
4,
that's-
5, 6, 2.
Look at
Yeah,
the-
but
look at
we
the kid
said
that,
we said 11.
Tamarack, 12 you that
The
linebacker.
linebacker.
Yeah.
This is first year. And he swarmed. He's a monster.
He started at 12 you.
Yeah.
Really and truly, how many kids have you seen that started playing football late?
You see a lot of it.
monsters. Now, granted, one thing I said about South Florida, ain't really talked about how many D linemen we produce. And a lot of these D linemen, they start playing football until late.
Yeah.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Like, Florida should be talked about D linemen. Like,
So being that we're unlimited, do you think that's going to change? Do you think being a lineman is going to be more embraced, or because at one point in time I felt like when we went unlimited, I felt like it was a great shift for the big guys, right?
Absolutely.
But now that you got these big running backs, I feel like coaches, I don't want to say don't want to make it realistic, but they're going to take their nose tackle and put him in the backfield and pound them 30 times because nobody ain't going to want to tackle them.
You won't be able to do that.
I wouldn't say 30, but they do that.
That's what the new game is. Everybody want Derrick Henry, that Derrick Henry back.
You gotta be Derrick. You got to be Derrick Henry.
Nah, let's be
In the
real.
backfield,
You
9
can't-
times out of 10,
you can't put-
they at the fullback position.
You made a valid point because we got a quarterback that goes to Championat. If he put his fingers in the dirt,
he baller.
He's a man.
He's a
he
man.
probably be just like he played the quarterback position.
He
He played
just
the
as
line
good.
position. Just as good.
Yeah.
EJ's a man.
Yeah.
EJ is a monster.
I listen. EJ is
He's a football player.
he's just that's
He's a
it, dog.
football
It don't matter if it's a
He's
running
a
back,
football
guard.
player.
He got what you can't teach. He got heart, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
He's a
got
dog.
grit.
He a
So
dog.
it ain't necessarily that him going to the D line or him putting a quarterback. You put as long as that kid got a helmet on, he gonna leave it on the field. And I think that I think that's the curse for him. You know what I'm saying? People feel like, oh man, go to the D line, man. That kid, he probably like 2 or 3 in the count in South Florida.
Passing
Passing.
He was behind Collins.
He
Collins was number 1.
definitely top 5. I know that.
I think it was
Top
Colin,
5.
it was Colin, Tiger, and him. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he top 5, man.
But I seen this year alone. I seen 2 teams that I seen put their biggest kid at running back.
I hope that we don't go away from embracing.
And that's why I say this. He couldn't do absolutely nothing.
But you see where it's going to.
I see what I like.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I'm saying you got to have that. You gonna say Derrick Henry? You got to be Derrick Henry.
Tony
He's
Smith,
young though.
Tony Smith got one, number 9.
Yeah.
I work with
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
big boy.
big and he's fast.
That
See,
boy rolling.
exactly.
Fast.
Exactly. He's
fast.
He's
rolling.
fast. He looked like a running back.
And when I seen in that Canes game, he's coming down.
Yes.
And ain't no 9-year-old gonna step in front
Now,
of him.
like
He's coming down.
and I see how the game play. Yeah, he's the biggest kid to get the ball. But now when he's getting the ball, he's stopping to get the ball. Now he's looking the way he's going. By the time then you can slip into the ball.
So the Smith got that boy. He coming
But
down.
now if he gets
hill.
the RBA training, god damn, different story now.
Yeah, but RBA can't help everybody.
There's one running back I want you to keep your eye on. He plays for Lauderdale Lions 12.
0 R1.
He played against him.
Watch him.
Yeah, I seen him run a little bit. I really haven't checked him play, but I'm starting to get around the youth format.
You with the Army, right?
Nah, man, I with the OC job,
Okay.
I just can't.
You
really
couldn't-
get there.
okay.
Yeah, man, because after that, watching film coaches,
Yeah.
I just can't get there.
Okay.
But, boy, trust and believe. Boy, they got a stable.
Yeah.
They got a stable.
Yeah, no, they definitely
They
do.
got AJ. They got Lil Ryan. They even got Prince. Freeze's son.
Yeah.
Then they even got another. They got like 5 running backs.
Yeah.
But the kid who I'm highest on right now in youth football is that damn Brian Davenport. Brian Davenport.
From Miramar.
Yes.
I'm really high on that kid.
That
man.
kid,
He's special.
he runs so
Dog.
like he's an adult.
and it wasn't even a
Look at Jared Frederick. Jared, dog.
He runs like he's an adult.
What caught my attention when it wasn't even him running. His quarterback threw a corner pass
Against Tamarack.
And
Yeah.
he was here and
Yeah.
he turned around and adjusted to the ball and caught
Yeah,
us
no, he
for the
did.
truth.
No,
And I've worked with the kid before.
he just as good on offense
Is
as
it
he
on
on
defense?
defense.
Yes.
He's special.
He's just faster. He's just better than everybody on the field. Just better. Flat out.
Yeah,
I'm super high.
Hey!
He is the next big thing coming out of the AFL. And it's one kid who's not on a good team, and I don't know his name, but he plays on Hollywood 12. You the little running back with the
Number three.
God, I love that kid.
Wait.
He's Miramar got the number 3 too. JoJo.
Yeah.
JoJo.
Especially
JoJo for real.
What about
Play the
Pompano?
12 you? See,
I
I,
think
Billy?
Pompano got one
yeah,
of the best.
yeah.
I haven't really got around the circuit, but those are the two kids who I'm like, boy, like. So
Hey,
yeah, the
They
kid
said them
probably
3
will
a dog
have-
though, boy.
Listen, Davenport,
Yes,
Yeah, he's special.
the truth,
He different.
the truth. You know, because everybody talk about the kid at Tampa, he gonna be
To my
up there.
Blaze.
Blaze, yeah.
Blaze.
This kid,
Nah,
this boy Blaze
Davenport.
too.
Davenport. Again, dog. South Florida is different, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No knock on Blaze,
That
but
kid special, boy.
And
Davenport real, dog.
Miramar team
Shout
is
out to
good.
Blade.
Oh, my God. And I'm that kid.
yeah.
No, Blaze is good. Blaze,
Blaze-
he's
Blaze
special.
good. Yeah, he
He's
is.
special, but he got tough heart too.
Hey,
Boy. He's
hey,
special.
hey,
This
hey,
Davenport
hey,
kid is just
shout out to Jiggy, man.
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah.
Miramar.
Shout out to Jiggy.
Shout out to Jiggy, man.
Tough little SOB.
Hey, I'm gonna make sure my little nephew come catch you
Yeah,
out too,
tell him
man.
come on, let him
JV
know.
and Mallory, man. You
Okay. Where you at now?
know. Westminster right now, 8th
Okay.
grade varsity, but
Okay.
you know,
Be at
So
Shaman next year.
Westminster and on Fort
Fort
Lauderdale?
Lauderdale.
Okay, I
we're
got
gonna
you.
be at Chaminade next year.
Okay.
We're gonna definitely
Say it
that
louder
off-season.
for the people in the
That
back.
off-season work gonna be real.
So
JV and Mallory.
You just said you got the OC job. Is that affecting the RBA?
No, because we independent. So it really doesn't affect, we're not part of the FSHAA.
So there's no rules that can affect you as
There's
far
no
as
rules that can affect me. Now,
Okay.
if we decide that we want to move into FSA, then it's kind of like,
Don't do it.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But what happens is, but a lot of parents know I don't do that recruiting
Recruit,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't try to move people around.
Yep.
What about training? Does it affect your training?
Nah, not with True Prep, it doesn't. Now, if we was to move to a 2A, 3A, 4A, then some things may have to be moved around, or I got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we independent. It's fair game.
y'all still going Saturday mornings after the season?
Yeah, we going Saturday mornings after the
So let me ask you a question. How can parents
Mhm.
contact Mr. Jared Seymour? I'm sure it's a lot of parents right now like,
Mhm.
I need my baby with him right
Yeah,
now.
absolutely. Yeah, so they can go, they can reach out to me on Facebook, Jerry Seymour, or they can go to Instagram, _running_back_academy, on Twitter, RBA Academy, and they can just DM me, reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? It's easy.
Always available.
Yeah.
He's
ain't hard to
very
find.
accessible. He's
Yes, he is.
very,
Yeah,
very
ain't hard to find.
accessible.
Ain't hard to find. You know what I mean? So, high schoolers, we go on the weekend, because I allow them, I let them do their track thing throughout the week.
Yeah.
They ain't got to track me. They come to me. Youth, we go Tuesday and Thursday throughout the week. So,
In the off season.
in the off season, we be in the sand pit. We go to the grass, wherever.
Say,
We get it.
what that first part, what it is?
Boy, that's sand pit.
Hey,
My
you
sand
can't
pit,
beat
boy.
the sand, baby.
Boy, that saying hot.
Hey, you can't. One thing about it, you can't cheat the sand,
Hey,
baby.
Absolutely.
You
you
can't
can't.
cheat the sand. Your ass gonna lose every time.
And your child will cry.
You gonna call early in the morning.
Your child will cry.
Be over there
the
throwing
first
up in the
time, but
bushes.
He'll be all right. Your child will cry, so I'm letting you know right now.
Yes,
Your child will
sir.
cry.
Yes, sir.
Without the duck.
Mhm.
Hey,
But it's gonna
man.
be all worth it. Don't
Hey,
worry.
Mr. Seymour, man, Mr. Jared Seymour, on behalf of this podcast,
Yeah,
man,
sure.
you really gave a lot of insight, a lot of
Yes,
information,
sir.
Mhm.
like that really South Florida parents and coaches really needed to hear,
Yeah, for sure.
really needed to understand about that position in
Yeah, for
itself. Like when you said, like, go to the school that fits you, and the first thing you should do on a college visit,
Mhm.
forget the quarterback, forget the running back
Mhm.
coach.
Go talk to the
Go
whole
talk to-
line coach.
Yeah.
Like
Shout out
those
to
are
Trout.
little gems
Yeah,
where
straight up.
somebody I wouldn't even thought of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to know, hey man, what is your vision for your running backs? Like what's
Yeah.
your standard for your running?
Shout
your
out to
line
Tribe,
do for
man.
the line?
Shout
You know
out
what
to Tribe
I'm
for them
saying?
gems, dog.
So it's like when you give gems like that, man, like that's really what parents. That's what this podcast is all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Giving the community something to learn,
Mhm.
and we're giving y'all that platform to get it out there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and I appreciate you brothers for having me, man.
Yeah,
Seeing brothers
man.
come together, man, doing it for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? Just
Facts.
putting this information out there, getting these parents in tune, checking
Yeah.
some of these parents, hurting some feelings.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
what they
I'm
need.
just
Though.
saying, but you
They
know, it
need
is what
that.
it is.
A lot of parents need
Yeah.
to understand, like, bro.
It's never direct.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's
It's
just
facts.
information and
It's
facts.
information
That's
and
it.
facts. That's it.
And the
So,
truth may hurt, but
If the shoe fit, wear it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got deep then.
hey
Yeah.
man,
Hey, with that being said,
Salute.
man, we need that camp this summer.
hey,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
put the camera on too right quick. This how you put the spotlight on them. Hard Buffalo and RBA is in the building.
Mhm.
Can the kids of South Florida please
We
be
need
granted with that
We need
opportunity one more time?
We
man?
need
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
We need to know.
Y'all can
We need to know. Hey, I think Tavares, we could do it at Miramar. wherever got a sand pit and a field, we listen.
Yeah.
Can the kids of South Florida please be granted with that, man?
What's the YouTube video they can check out the first one?
You don't even remember.
YouTube.
Put up 1,000 videos.
Just go to game day preparation camp.
It's still up there.
You can drop it. You can drop it in the comments.
Yeah, we're gonna drop it in the comments so they can go back and look at it.
But you know what? It was really about the support that we had, man. I know we did our thing, but bro, we had some major supporters.
If you guys
Y'all
right now,
had the NFL players come out and everything, man.
That's when he had dreads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man. If y'all could do that, man, for the kids of South Florida, man, I could guarantee you, with the way social media has evolved, this podcast is evolving, and your brands in itself, you guys gonna pull 250 kids easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily, 300 kids easily. Yeah. And when the word spread, your NFL connects on shit. I ain't doing that. Let me slide out.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the kids of South Florida, man, they Harbor Fan RBA need to. I'm putting the pressure on.
It's coming.
Like Jesus said, what you gonna do when the pressure's on?
It's coming.
Y'all gotta do that, man.
So do we need to meet up?
Dunkin' Donuts. It's only right.
Right there, over there in Davie. That's the first time we met, man.
I gotta give a shout out too, man. Hey, shouts out to my head coach, man, Derek McKenzie, man. Everybody counted you out this year. Y'all know a lot of y'all sour in here. You feel me?
Y'all want to go?
To everybody.
I think that was some shots at some people, bro.
The point is,
what'd you say, Show?
The point
They
is,
want to bowl?
No. The point is, y'all kept talking mess. You feel me? Thinking that we were not y'all, but a lot of people thought we wasn't, going. Hey, shouts out to Derek McKenzie, man. We 9-1. We own PPO. You know how that go, man. I'm out of here.
Get that man an 8U shout out too.
Hey, 8U. He's the head coach of the 8U, man. He grabbed that team 3 weeks before the first game, and people 7-2 right now, man. Knocked off PPO and all, man. We own them.
Congratulations on your 9-1 start, buddy.
Yeah, you jealous.
I mean, what do we want, bro? What, confetti's right now?
You mad at your boss last night.
No.
You ain't cool.
We want confetti's right now for a 9-1 start.
No,
great job.
I came out and supported you, bro.
Yeah, hey, shouts out to Strong and Corey. They came to support on the sideline. Shows at the house crossing his nuts on us. Show send back. Did they score? What do you want? Shouts out to Darren McKenzie.
What do you want for a 9-1 start?
Hey, win. You don't know.
You
right. We lost everything. That's why it's so big for us right now, man.
His kids did.
We lost everything.
Where you coaching?
Plantation 13. We lost everything. Remember how y'all said that? Y'all ain't gonna win 6 games, man. Y'all lost ball. Y'all lost battle.
Come on, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it, man.
So not everybody backtracking.
6 games? It's not even 6 teams in your division.
Now we backtracking. All right, man. It is.
Listen, bro.
Hey, shouts out to my DC too, man.
When y'all beat Pueblo, then come on here and poke your chest out.
See me in the bowl.
Oh, we gonna stream
they there.
We gonna stream it.
They there.
And we not.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Do you mind if we might?
I want to thank everybody.
Don't cut these
eyebrows. You know what Show said? Hey, you know what Show said? You know he said earlier. It's hard to do what?
Beat the team twice. Yeah.
So therefore,
so
if we see Pompano again, what you saying?
He said, y'all not going. I said Pompano already there.
So what you saying?
He telling you to get there. But my question to you is in the bowl.
Want to play
I'm put y'all there. Can we mic y'all up for that game?
Yeah. We'll definitely be mic'd up. We can definitely mic up.
Both sides.
We can definitely mic up.
Hey,
Pompano want that smoke.
Hey, Sandy Kennel, man. Listen, bro. We need you at that game.
Definitely mic up, man. You still doing all this talk?
We need to mic them up.
It's done.
I need to let
Hey, man. Oh, boy.
Mic up.
Because I don't what the fuck y'all over there calling me plays, man? Come on, man.
Wait,
what y'all
so
doing?
so you just we gonna put them past PPO again?
I own them people, man. Are you not listening to me?
Right. You know what? You're right. You know what? Hey, they're in the boat.
Hey, man. You ever seen a dead bagel?
Hey, I put it on next to it.
Hey, we need to try to get a booth at the Super Bowl.
Done.
So we can do this.
Done. done.
Yeah.
Hey, Tavares, you on right now, man? You know the high ups, man.
Oh, that's next level.
Make that happen, man.
We need to get a book.
We want to broadcast live at the AYFL Super Bowl, man.
Ooh.
We got the best engineer in the building behind the camera right now, man.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
Hey, man, shout out to Tyson Studio 7.
Studio 7 is in the building. As y'all can see, we not on phones no more. We locking in. We ain't lagging no more, nothing, man. You feel me? So we here, man. You feel me? Hey, shouts out to my DC again, man. Coach Glenn, man. You know what we're doing.
Shout out to my dog Glenn, man.
Yes,
Big up
sir.
to Glenn, man.
Hey, man, we catch y'all next week, same time.
Yes, sir. Hey, Jared.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Hard buster. You know.
RBA, man.
You gonna leave out Greg and get Thomas Brooks?
Greg, hey, shouts out to one legend, Thomas Brooks, our assistant DC. Greg, D-line coach, Michi, that's the mastermind behind that offense right now. Him, Leroy, and Derek, they get that boom. Shouts out to the running back coach, Courtney Mallory. Shouts out to the quarterback coach, Coach Mike. Plantation 13, y'all crossed y'all nuts on us, man.
What about Chico?
Huh?
Chico Daddy, the quarterback coach?
Coach Mike. Chico Dad, not that.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, college.
Drop the bag.
Yeah,
Hey,
college. Hey man,
He said drop the bag. Who that?
We gotta sit